All right, I'm trying this again and hoping for the best. I hope we're okay. We're good. We're back. We're back on YouTube. I don't know what happened. YouTube stream went down. I turned off the whole thing. I turned it back on. We're back on Twitch. We're back on Twitch. We're back on YouTube. My bad. False alarm. Yeah, so Bound is supposedly no longer competing in Halo Infinite, but we'll watch the video that was clipped together on the competitive Halo Reddit and react to it. I'll share my thoughts on, what he's been saying about the game and his opinions. We'll talk about the state of Halo, broadly speaking, or more so the state of Xbox, right? Because Xbox right now seems to be, things are rough, bro. A lot of people are going to lose their jobs. That aspect sucks, without a doubt. I am also assisting. I am hosting a tournament chat. I have not publicly announced that I'm doing this yet, but I'm looking to put on a 2v2 tournament with Luminon with the help of War Turtle. By the way, War Turtle's the #1 subscriber in the channel. I'm not sure where he's at right now, but man's a goat. He dropped $500. I'm dropping $500. Boyce from Luminon is putting down $500. Vaulty, thank you for the follow, brother. Welcome. And we have Verse Gaming or something, I think a sponsor that's dropping $500 as well. So right now the prize pool is at $2,000 for a 2v2 tournament, and we're targeting July 18th for 32 teams. I don't really know what to expect in terms of turnout and viewership and all of that. I just want to do something hopefully fun. I'm open to crowdfunding a little bit if we boost things up as well. I don't know. But 2v2, open to the public, no sign-up fee, I don't think. We're literally just throwing some money at it. And I'll be commentating and hosting, hopefully with Eli. Eli the ninja, hopefully. Or maybe Hunter JJX. I got to reach out to some people and see who's down to maybe commentate with me. Bound leaving, yes. Do we want to start with Bound? We start with Bound? I wanted to kind of let some momentum maybe pick up in the chat and in the stream before we start talking about anything. World 2's playing Elden Ring. I know Last Shot was just live. Then he got off. I was going to just put his stream on screen. So I think I might just do that for a second, just for the sake of gameplay in the background. I was thinking we wait a little bit until some people come in, say hi to everybody. If people want to come in at all, I know that I haven't had a stream where we've talked about anything interesting in a while. We haven't watched scrims in a while. I guess if you count, unless you count the straight ripping scrims, right? Yeah, what's up, Tusik? Welcome, guys. This is Last Shot POV. You're currently playing Argyle CTF. What do we think of Asha, the CEO, Xbox CEO? If you guys have read the tweet, it's a long tweet. I'll probably read it to you guys on stream. But we think that she's doing good work. She's definitely got like a cutthroat vibe, Like if we got to, completely tear apart Xbox from within, I like that she's transparent. She's very transparent about it, it seems. Faulty, if I said thank you, or didn't say thank you for the follow, brother. Welcome. Just waiting on here for ideally some momentum in the stream. People join up. We can start talking about everything we have to discuss today.
I don't know why I did the voice, dude. That was a little scary. Dude, I don't know what to look at, bro. My teammate, I just thought he was gonna get a kill.
We know about the Pro League delay, but I figured I would just insert that in there briefly and talk about the Pro League and what we know about it so far, starting in August. No, brother. Oh, well, thank you, Vaulty, for the follow, bro.
Chance is one shot too.
What about these Activision rumors? Are they true? It doesn't seem like they are true. I have a little tweet that I bookmarked where, is it Jez Corden, the one who was talking about the rumor, I think? I wanted to listen to that video in the tweet and see what was said there. But it just sounds like rumors at the moment, and I don't really know where they're coming from, and if there's any sort of evidence to help confirm it to be true. I wouldn't be surprised if conversations like that were entertained, right? If you look at the state of Halo with Halo Studios 343, whatever you want to call them, and the trajectory Halo's been on for the last decade plus, And I'm not surprised if they're considering restructuring, you know, not only the Halo studios, but having assistance from other more successful publishers, game developers to make things happen. You know, Activision are doing a lot better in the space. Call of Duty isn't maybe the best it's ever been, but it's still very popular and very relevant in gaming. So, you know, if they can take that formula and apply it to Halo, I'm not complaining. I don't know. So, yeah, it's just a rumor, but I think the conversation around it might be worth having. What's good, BJ? You haven't missed anything yet. We haven't talked about anything yet, really. Or we haven't, like, watched any videos, react to anything. I was planning on waiting on you guys a little bit. And then hopefully we can have a productive conversation. How you doing, BJ? Are we good on YouTube now? Anybody lurking? Halo simply needs to be relevant again. So I wouldn't mind getting help from the COD studios. Yeah, honestly, I wouldn't mind either. The idea of Call of Duty, like, influencing the development of Halo is a little concerning. Just knowing, you know, the way that Halo's gone as a game and the amount of criticism that the franchise has received for being like a copy of COD in some way, right? So to have like COD, the studio themselves, come help with the development, you know, it brings us even closer to that narrative. So that part I'm kind of worried about. But what can we do at this point? Like, we need help. I think Halo needs help wherever it can get it. You know, I think Halo is way too iconic a franchise. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's just, its overall recognition in the industry is so successful in comparison to the actual audience of people that engage with Halo. It's ridiculous. Everybody knows who Master Chief is, but nobody plays the damn games anymore. That's a big problem. Watching Portugal v Spain in the World Cup. How's that going? That sounds like a very competitive matchup. Who's slated to win that? Would be hilarious to see a COD studio keep it more Halo. Yeah, I mean, it'd be funny if, like, the COD studio comes in and then Halo somehow ends up, like, resembling more like the classic games. Somehow, yeah, like, that'd be pretty funny for sure. It's like, we're actually taking Sprint out the game and we're going back to basics with the Halo franchise. If they don't have any creative input or say so, hold on. Thalfather. Thank you, Thalfather, for the first time sub with Prime. Let's go, brother. That's some damn good Halo. I appreciate you, Thal. How you doing, man? Welcome. Have any creative input to say so when making the next Halo? I'd feel more positive about it, to be honest. Yeah, I don't know how, like, if they had an influence over the development of the game in some way, what would that entail? I don't know, you know? We do have to talk about just the sheer levels of communication that the game studios seem to have to go through to get certain decisions made and to get the ball rolling with, you know, certain aspects of game development, because it was not even really hinted at in the CEO's tweet today. Her tweet is, like, very transparent and refreshing, honestly, to read, but also very concerning. Just the fact that, you know, Xbox was in the state that it's been in. And I'm not surprised, you know, that Halo was so difficult to develop with the way that the management and just the organization has been run. They need to make it a cultural thing again. A Halo movie would ignite that at this point. We got to kind of be proven, right? We got to be, like, proven wrong or shown that, like, Halo can still be revived and relevant again in today's industry. And I believe it can be. And the one positive thing is just this idea that Halo is still very important to Xbox and Microsoft, and that it's still worthy of investment and creative, you know, just in, yeah, investment in general, right? Studios are or Microsoft, I guess specifically, sees the value that Halo can bring to their brand, and they're not ready to give up. You know, we're still putting a lot of money and attention to the game. Haven't played Infinite in like 3 years. So I think it's alive enough to get back into it now. Also, I'm doubtful about the future of Halo in general. It seems cursed. Ooh. Want to elaborate on the cursed aspect? What you mean by that, Jackson? It's never too late to get into Halo, bro. Like, if you enjoy in the end of the day, it doesn't matter the popularity of the game specifically. I think it's more so like, what do you want? Do you like Halo? Do you enjoy the gameplay? Do you want to play it? Play it, right? Like, there's always going to be a community here engaging with the game, especially as long as there's tournaments and some sort of a competitive scene. You're always going to get like a pros and people pursuing competitive Halo for a living, right? So I don't know, there's a community. There is a community, while small. There's a dedicated community that's not going anywhere until the company literally like cans the franchise and has no future plans. But that's not the case. But yeah, it's alive enough to get back into. Number one thing a company can do is be transparent to their supporters. I think it's ultimately a good thing. Number one thing the company can do is then listen to their consumers. I think that would bring Halo back with a vengeance. I think one difficulty with listening to consumers, like regarding Halo, is the voice of the consumer is not always consistent. Like, there's definitely a few valuable things that, you know, Halo Studios could take note of and apply to their future games when it comes to like the way that the servers work and the anti-cheat, and you know, there's so many aspects of Infinite that could have been fixed. But when it comes down to like gameplay decision making, that area we're, I think, as a community, very confused about. You know, there's pockets of the community that believe Halo should play a certain way and look a certain way, and then there's pockets that believe it should play completely differently. So I think that aspect is tricky to listen to from the studio's perspective, and they have to kind of take some creative liberties and go with the way that makes sense, as long as they don't like completely tear apart what makes Halo still, right? But the broader decision making, like about, you know, things like anti-cheat or about like the frequency of updates and, you know, certain areas of the game that need to be built, like social features, stuff like that. Like, I think they should really be listening to the world for that. I think it's pretty obvious that they need to implement some of those things. By curse, I kind of meant like they never seem to get it right. You're totally right. Even after a decade of feedback.
Just damn good Halo.
My God, Enflux, thank you for the Prime, bro. 5 months. Welcome back. Some damn good Halo. Let's, you know, actually reading out sub notifications and just yapping in general. Like, I miss this, man, so much. We just need shit to talk about in the Halo community. Let me just spend all day on this. Very hard to appease the whole player base. Exactly. There's always going to be some that are unhappy. Yeah, that's always going to be the case, especially when it comes to gameplay. And I think, unfortunately, the reason that so much changed was because the studio flipped over and you had 343 come in and they wanted to, like, you know, uniquely identify themselves as the new developers of Halo, and they made some bold decisions that were not well received, and then eventually like made refinements to those decisions that led to a good product, but a different product from what Halo was previously. So now we've got communities of people that like the new and appreciate the direction it ultimately landed on, right? And then you got the community that only really liked the old, like the classic stuff. So we're in a weird spot. Don't forget Halo, a yap session. Yeah, I still do plan to get on the game and play some ranked, even though I'm, you know, it's been tricky. It's been very tricky. Last night I got off with like the worst possible vibes once I got off last night. Bound quit. He's done competing for the rest of the year. He's done competing in Infinite, is what he said. He's done competing in Halo Infinite. There's a video we're going to react to in a little bit. We're going to watch it together and just talk about what he said regarding like quitting competing in Infinite. So he's not done with Halo overall. He said something about planning on streaming full time. Maybe. I don't know what that would entail. So he'd still play the game, but what he said on stream is that he's done competing in Infinite. He doesn't even like the game. He never liked it. Apparently he's never liked the game. He's hated the game since it came out. When things get stale, bold moves can make or break a franchise. Yeah. W bound? Is that a W, chat? So the only underlying potential like W of this, I'll say, because bound not being in the esport is another hit. Like, it's like Lucid leaving the esport. Like, all that shit sucks. But the only sort of like W, I guess, is supposedly Collect is going to join the BEPS team. So they're Keps now. I don't know. Like, Collect is going to move over to that roster instead. So if you're a Collect fan, or you want to see what the guy's capable of, surrounded by some goats like Stellar, Eco, Penguin, then maybe that could be a big opening for somebody like him. But I don't know. Can relate. Can relate to what? Not ever liking Halo Infinite, yeah? It's funny when pros say that they hate a game, but they also win 7 championships in the game. Like, how can you you know what I mean? I think when Bound says he hates Halo Infinite, like, he loves Halo. More importantly, he loves competition in Halo, right? Like, as far as Halo is concerned, Infinite's definitely not his favorite title. Maybe it's low on the list, but he loves competing in Halo. I think there needs to be some sort of, you know what I mean? Like, I have to translate for the guy a little bit, because you can't hate it all and be winning 7 championships. I don't think. He did like BR starts, but nothing after that. Yeah, and there must have been aspects of the game that he's enjoyed, and like periods within competition or within the updates and whatnot that like maybe he really, you know, did like, just doesn't want to admit. Let's go with the streak. Nixon, thank you, bro. Honestly, in terms of the next Halo, they need to recommit to the Halo 5 style or slow it back down like Halo 3. I think the direction they're headed with Infinite, where they're trying to find a sweet spot between the Halo 5 style and the classic style of Halo 3, is the correct direction. They're going to have to slow it down even more, I think. And this is crazy coming from an advanced mobility guy, is I think that Infinite's horizontal speed and just pace of play is faster than Halo 5. It's the fastest it's ever been, this game. And I think if they want mainstream attention, they're going to have to find a sweet spot that's slower than this. I do hope that the game is deep still, like mechanically, and that there's like a movement skill gap, and maybe there's G-sliding, but it's like slower, you know? I just think they need to find a way to keep the competitiveness while also making it look like very achievable and approachable and easily digestible for viewers, you know? Yeah.
Hey, Brad, aren't you on 50, 100, 100? Am I right?
Do I play much COD? I don't really play any COD, bro. I did at the beginning of the year. I tried, man. I tried.
I don't get...
PEX? Wait, they're called PEX now? I like that. PEX. Do you think if Infinite launched with everything the community wanted, that it would have been more successful? Or is the arena shooter genre outdated for the general public? I think that you're correct in that the arena shooter genre is sort of antiquated, and it's nowhere near as popular as it used to be, and it might never be relevant completely again. But you do have like arcade 4v4 combat in Call of Duty that still finds some success. I think it needs to be supplemented with other game modes that appeal to other audiences, so that it's not just an arena shooter. But I also think that Halo is sort of special in that it's very well recognized and appreciated for its gameplay. So like a game like Splitgate or Impulse, I think would struggle to survive because it doesn't have an identity in the modern gaming industry, right? But Halo still has the identity at least. So I think that like its arena aspect can do well as an arena shooter. Yes, if it releases all the content or a good amount of like content on day one, right? Because Infinite was very appreciated when it came out. Even with the small offering that it had, it just didn't scale that offering in time. So it would benefit from some sort of a mode that appeals to more people. That would help. I don't know if we're gonna get that. Let's freaking go, Attacker.
That is just good Halo right there. That is just
damn good Halo.
Oh my God.
5 gifted. Love that, brother. Attacker, love to see you, man. Thank you so much. 67. Whoa. 6-7. 6-7 total gifted in the channel. You can't wait. Is that allowed? I think he has to give more now. Chieftain, thank you, or welcome, bro. Max Smith, Timmy Forge has got one. Scott got one, and Ravefield got it. Let's go. Welcome, guys.
Is he behind?
See, Little Gator. I say 6-7. Little Gators is in the chat. Like clockwork, bro. Any other Zoomers in the chat? The thing a lot of people said during launch was that it needed a battle royale. Yeah, look, a battle royale like flavor game mode would help the franchise. It can be extraction shooter. It just needs to take, like, it needs to lean in that direction. I don't care what you call it, but it needs to appeal to the market of gamers that like that shit, without compromising the core product. Everything else about the game that makes Halo, the arena modes should hopefully all still be there. Forge, it would be nice if we can still get Forge on launch, right? More than anything, though, it just needs like new content coming on a regular basis, fixes and updates, a developer that is flexible and that is ready to make the necessary changes by having a finger on the pulse of the community after the game comes out. COD did a pretty good job with this with Black Ops 7, I think. They're much better at it than Halo. They will listen to the community and sort of anticipate problems.
Right there. That is just damn good Halo.
My God, there we got one more. Wait, now it says you've gifted 63. I'm very confused. Attacker, Little Gators, welcome, bro. Let's go. I swear it said 6-7, and now it says 63. Unless I just can't read. No, it's yeah, it doesn't make any sense. We're approaching VIP status, by the way. Attacker, you're killing it, man. Thank you. I agree with most of that, but the speed of this game comes from the ease of aim assist and its strafe speed. If its aim assist was more like Halo 5, it would work. So hold on a sec. Whoa, hold on a sec. Wait, so if its aim was more like Halo 5, so Halo 5, in my opinion, has the most forgiving aim in the entire franchise. Like, Halo 5 is the aim is tricky only because the thrust exists. But without the thrust, Halo 5 low-key has the easiest aim, doesn't it? Or am I going crazy? Who's quit Halo? Bound is no longer competing in Infinite ever, apparently. He's like done. I think, honestly, aim assist is like kind of too powerful across the board. I still think that Infinite would be extremely fast-paced if they lowered the aim assist at Infinite. Though, I think pros are just so damn good at the game that it wouldn't change the pace of play too much. They could remove aim assist entirely. That would change things, but be weird. I don't know. I do think that deepening like the FPS, the gunplay component of Halo is something that's been like sorely needed for a long time, because we've gotten to a point where the technology has increased like far beyond, you know, just the core like game fundamentals, if that makes sense. Like aiming in Halo has historically always been pretty straightforward. You move around at full speed, you shoot straight. It's never really been, that's kind of like an iconic aspect of Halo. But with the way that aim assist and technology works today, it's like that process is like antiquated, right? Like it's too easy. It's hard to have a competitive shooter where there's like nothing to like, there's no recoil, there's no, you know what I mean? Like, it's satisfying though. I don't know. I do think that they need to find a way to like deepen the gunplay side of Halo without changing it too much. It still needs to feel like Halo. You still want the guns to be accurate while moving quickly. But I do think they got to find a way to make shooting more challenging or like deeper in some way. I don't know. The aim assist wasn't made to be running at 280. Yeah, none of the games were, right? Like, everybody's playing on like 400 FPS now. Or not everybody, but a lot of people, myself included, are. And I still struggle with aiming, for the record. I can't speak for myself on this, but when it comes to the highest level, right, it's hard to keep up with some of these guys. But yeah, you can definitely make some improvements there. It has the most aim magnetism. Yeah, it works better for online. The aim assist is way less than Infinite. And Infinite has very little magnetism. Halo Infinite's aim assist is strong enough. I do think that Halo Infinite's aim assist is not crazy in comparison to just like modern FPS games in general. For the record, I think aim assist in general, you could make an argument like a lot of games could probably use an aim assist reduction. But the magnetism is respectable in Infinite. It's more so the stickiness of the reticle and like the friction on the reticle that's a little bit too forgiving, you know? I also think maybe the magnetism is sort of different depending on what part of the target you're shooting. So the magnetism is actually a little bit higher on the upper torso head portion of the Spartan than it is on the legs. Like, there's weird shit like that. Like, if you shoot a Spartan in the legs or between the legs, the bullet will go through. Like, it's harder to hit shots. But if you shoot at the upper torso head, the magnetism is stronger to, like, help increase the consistency of headshots. Halo Infinite has more aim assist than other Halos. Wait, less? Or has less aim assist? Yeah, for the most part. I think with other older Halos especially, those games were not designed for their modern PC, you know, the way that they're played today. They weren't designed to be played the way they are today. Played COD the other day and forgot that you have to control the recoil. Exactly, yeah. Like every other FPS, you've got like an aim, not every, but most FPS, you have this aim control component where you can't just like, I mean, with a commando, you can't just hold the trigger down and just hit every bullet. So they do have that aspect with certain weapons. But the core weapon of Halo has always been like a straight shooter, you know, no recoil. Like, this thing is a laser pointer, right? Like, it's not moving at all. Aim assist breaks randomly in Infinite. Yeah, maybe. Bro, I don't even know if I could say it's like aim assist is breaking. Aiming in this game is fucking weird. It's just weird in general. Like, this is a whole other conversation. There's like an input latency issue that I've been having where every day I get on, my sense feels different. I don't know. I don't know how to fix it. I swear I'm not like just like making shit up. I feel like the game, like from an aim latency perspective, it feels different to move my aimer around. If I change accounts on the same day, I get a different feel with my aimer, like slightly, but noticeable. I don't know what it is. It drives me insane. Lock my frames? You think it's frame rate related? It could be maybe frame rate. It could have something to do with it. Sense absolutely felt different today. It's like I'm not just like jawing or whatever, like trying to make excuses, but like I'll spin my reticle and it'll feel super loose and light some days, and it'll feel heavier and sluggish other days. It's not frame rate. It's been like that since H5. I think it's a built into the engine issue. It is in Halo. It's a Halo 5 carryover. It's not as bad as it was in Halo 5, but it's something built into the literal game engine that I think, thankfully, we might get away from with Unreal Engine. We might finally have aim that feels more in line with other FPS games. Hopefully, still unique and still has the Halo feel. But I'm very curious to experience aiming and shooting on Campaign Evolved. I feel like Campaign Evolved is not going to be the best representation of like aiming, because it's probably going to be forgiving more so than like a competitive multiplayer type game. But I am curious to see how aiming feels on Campaign Evolved, if it feels anything like what we can expect from the next Halo. BR starts or bust. I mean, sure, whatever. I don't even care about the starting weapon as much as I just want like a new game with content, you know, that plays well, relatively consistent experience with new. Yeah, just anyway. It will be like Reach, the feel of the aim. Aiming always felt weird before the change. Yeah, I don't know. The server has to confirm every input you do, and yes, other accounts feel different. It's weird. One thing I saw Nated say on Twitter a while back was that depending on how many friends you have on your friends list, it can increase or lower the latency that you have in game, which is an insane concept. And I don't know if that's like, if that's just like Xbox specific or if there's any legitimacy to that. But he had like gone on this big expose where he like removed all of his friends and his game was more responsive. Fucking random. What's up, Kruvu? Welcome, man. Chat, can anybody on YouTube sound off right now? Because we got people chilling in YouTube, right? We're good on YouTube. We're live. I see 123 of you. I'll ask again because I got hit with ads, unfortunately. What's the intel on Bound? So Bound said that he's no longer competing in Halo Infinite. He just straight up said it. I have a video here if we want to listen to it together, and we can just kind of share our takes on the video. Now that we're hopefully starting to get in the chat here, I've got 89 of you on Twitch, 130 on YouTube. This video right here, Bound says he's no longer competing in Halo Infinite. It's not worth his time. Not worth his time. He said he plans to maybe stream full time. I don't know what that would entail. You'll notice even clambers won't clamber and you have really heavy aim. The server has to confirm your actions. Even the clamber window gets altered. Yeah, it's like, I don't want to just sound like it's cope, you know? And I'm like, bro, my aim feels different. Because I watch somebody like Last Shot, and every time the guy gets on the game, he's just a beam, right? Like, he just hits all of his shots. The guy's like robotic. So I'm like, okay, I'm just coping. Like, look at this guy aim. Right? But I swear, bro, my aim feels different. It feels slow and shit. And then I go on a secondary, and my aim feels completely different on a secondary account. Don't feel like it's better on your alts? It's not even that like my aim is better. It just feels different. It feels like more responsive and like twitchier. And then it feels sluggish on my main. And then other days it doesn't. And it could be, I do think that like the frame rate might have an impact. Like if I play the aimbots map with like 500-600 FPS, because the map is basic, and then I play a map that tanks my FPS, I think that there might be somewhat of a difference there. I'm on 8K, yeah, but I was thinking what I got to do is download the gamepad. It's called Gamepad Law or whatever, that app, right? Because I never actually use the app to verify if I'm on 8K. I just click 8K. I have a good enough PC that I shouldn't have any issues, but I'm kind of curious, like if I use the Gamepad Law app, if that would like give me any peace of mind in knowing that I'm on 8K. There's a YouTube video somewhere on it. Feels like one game you have huge dead zones. Other game it feels like anti-dead zones. Yeah. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah. We're in the middle of season 5. There's no ramp up. I mean, look, we can. You want to listen to the Bound thing? Let's listen to the Bound thing together. We got, now that we have 100 of us in here, we might as well start listening to that video, and then just talking about what this means for their team and for Pro League, because it's interesting timing to stop playing the game, for the record. Like, if Bound's tired of the game, look, I get it. we've been playing the same game for 5 years, but like low key, now's a pretty good time to consider getting into it. We have $128,000 going into a pro league, and Halo Fest coming up in the end of the year. And there's been I don't know about rumors, but was it Mr. Rebs Gaming has been saying that at Halo Fest they plan to give an update on HCS at Halo Fest, maybe. So I'll go back. We'll try to grab that and watch that too. But let's see if we can just.
They want the Mad King. WW bound. They don't want that nice bound. They don't want AG. They want the Mad King. Man who would set the world on fire to stop us, man. Verb, I don't know if you're aware, Verb.
For the record, he's reading Verb Maker's comments in his Twitch chat. Verb Maker is a bit of a character in the community. If you don't know who he is, he has some pretty outrageous like comments that he posts, and Bound's reading these out loud. So he's saying what they need the Mad King or some shit.
Not that nice, man. They don't want AG. They want the Mad King. Man who would set the world on fire to stop us, man. Verb, I don't know if you're aware,
Stop
Verb. I
us,
don't know if
man.
it's made in headline news. I don't know if the paparazzi has got their hand on the story yet. But I'm not
For the record, I'm the paparazzi, I guess. I'm the pop. I'm dad.
competing the rest of Halo Infinite. That goes for the Pro League. Goes for Halo Fest, bro. I don't care. But I'm not competing the rest of Halo Infinite.
He's not competing.
That goes for the Pro League. Goes for Halo Fest, bro. I don't care to compete no more in this game. And I think it's best I just sit out. I don't really think it's worth my time. Verb, why am I a coward? Go on, elaborate. I'm a coward for not wanting to play Halo Infinite 5 year 6?
Tell him, Verb, tell him.
Be for real. Maybe I'm not a coward. Maybe, Verb, I'm just tired. You ever think of that? You ever think of that? Maybe Bound wants to rest. Because he's tired of fucking Halo Infinite. Damn, GG's, I was hoping to see you at Halo Fest. Yep, I would not be going. I'm sorry, boys.
He's not going to Halo Fest.
I don't know what to tell you. You could have been the one, but you lack the courage to face the best man. You know you're the only man who can stop him. You're the only man who can save Halo, and your fears actually call. Bro, I don't give a fuck, bro.
I will say the irony in this is the title of Bound's stream is Return of the King. Okay, if he's the king and he's saving Halo, then why is he quitting competition? Why are you going to title the stream Return of the King and then go ahead and say I'm actually quitting?
Lack the courage to face the best man. You know you're the only man who can stop him. You're the only man who can save Halo, and your fears actually call. Bro, I don't give a fuck, bro. I mean, I'm gonna be fucking honest here. I never have liked Halo Infinite a day I've played this game.
Never hated it.
This sounds crazy, but this game's been out 5 years. I've hated the game all 5 years, bro. I know it sounds crazy. Bound, you've won so many events. How do you hate the game, bro? I'm just talented. I despise this game, bro. It is a piece of shit. I can vividly remember playing the beta. I'm like, wow, this game sucks horribly.
I remember that
Big
too.
cock. Okay.
I will say I love the inner monologuing shit that Bound does, where he's like he like talks to himself. Like when you hear this, he's like, Bound, how could you hate the game you've won? Right? Like he did that when he won the twos tournament like last month or whatever. I have to find the clip, but he does this like inner monologue shit. He's like, oh no, we're gonna lose, and then he like answers himself. It's fucking funny.
You could have been the one, but you lack the courage to face the best man. You know you're the only man who can stop him. You're the only man who can save Halo, and your fears actually call. Bro, I don't give a fuck, bro. I mean, I'm gonna be fucking honest here. I never have liked Halo Infinite a day I've played this game. This sounds crazy, but this game's been out 5 years. I've hated the game all 5 years, bro. I know it sounds crazy. Bound, you've won so many events. How do you hate the game, bro? I'm just talented.
Bro, holy shit. No wonder I can't read YouTube. YouTube chat, my bad. I have the wrong chat up in front of me and the right chat on a different monitor entirely. YouTube chat, hello. I'm sorry, we're pausing in the middle of this, but oh my God. Oh my, holy shit. You guys have been talking so much. Oh my God. Okay, YouTube chat, I'm sorry. I haven't seen a single message up until this point, but welcome guys. My bad. I had the wrong, when my stream reset, I had the wrong chat up and I've just been looking at a frozen chat. You guys have been blowing it up. My bad. All right. Why did he quit? He said he hates the game. Is that cap? Chat, is that cap for the record? Do you think he hates the game?
But this game's been out 5 years. I've hated the game all 5 years, bro. I know it sounds crazy. Bound, you've won so many events. How do you hate the game, bro? I'm just talented. I despise this game, bro. It is a piece of shit. I can vividly remember playing the beta. I'm like, wow, this game sucks horribly. Big cock. Okay.
Just to translate a little bit for Bound, like if you guys don't know Bound well, he's a Halo 5 guy. He loves Halo 5. That's his shit. And more than anything, I think he comes from Reach though. For the record, he was a big Reach player and like a clan kid, I believe as well. But he loves Halo 5. Halo 5 versus Halo Infinite, like I get why he doesn't like it. I think Halo 5 is a way more polished, just better competitive game. When it came out, now Halo 5 is old as fuck. Like I do not want to go back to Halo 5 and play on locked 60 FPS with heavy aim and all the experiences that we had to deal with in that game. But as far as like launch product versus Infinite and just like what was a better like just product, Halo 5 in my opinion was a more polished experience and a way deeper, more competitive shooter when you actually got into like the tournament play in that side of the game. So I can understand. And Frosty had the same opinion too. I remember he like went from Halo 5 and then we were playing the beta and he hated it too, like right out off the rip. He was not a fan of it. And I'm pretty sure that was his mindset that he carried most of the game. And he's had to like kind of change that mentality so that he could, like, you have to kind of fall in love with the game to be the best, I think. Or you have to try to find compromises internally, right? Because if you're just thinking like how much you hate the experience, it's going to bog down your ability. With Bounce saying he hates the game as well, like he's won 7 championships in the game, which is wild to think. He won one in 2023. He won 4 out of 5 in 24, and then 2 in 25. 7 championships. I think, well, he doesn't like Infinite. He must still love competition. He loves competing in Halo. There's no way he can't love aspects of the experience, right? He loves the competition, the money, the whole, all of that. And that drives him to be the player that he is, right? So like maybe he hates the gameplay or like aspects of the game, not everything, just to kind of translate.
But I've muscled through it. I powered through this shit, bro. I'm tired of
it.
this shit. I'm tired of this bullshit.
Gotta adapt.
I don't
you do
get
have
it.
to adapt.
It's not a good game, and I'm like, we need a new one. And I'm not gonna sit here and act like I like it anymore because I don't.
Yeah, we do need a one.
Who is that? I think that's Diagram in the background, by the way. I think that's Diagram.
Did Roy get tired? Did Ogre 2 get tired? Did JW get tired? You ain't a first ballot Hall of Famer. Verba, look around, brother. Okay? JW's gone, bro. JW saved Halo in 2018 and then 2023. You could have done the same this year.
JW's Renegade, for those that don't know. He said JW's gone, bro. Renegade is gone, but for the record, the guy is fighting his freaking for his life in COD. Like, there's nobody working harder than Renegade right now. So Bound can say like, oh, he's gone, but that guy's fucking hungry, bro. Renegade's like the only one making waves in COD from the Halo community this year. So the guy is still like super invested in competition at the very least. Nucleus, thank you for the follow. Welcome, brother. You're right about Collect replacing Bound. You were correct. Yeah, Kay actually went out of his way and DM'd me and said like he's not kidding, because with both Bound and Collect, it's hard to know if they're being like truthful or if they're trolling sometimes, right? Like just with their personalities, it's like I don't know, because Collect has trolled me many times, bro. He's like said that something was gonna be away, and then it was a joke, or it was like I don't know. So apparently Collect will be replacing Bound on the BEPS roster, so they're caps now. I don't know. The thing with Bound, though, too, is like, is he going to change his mind? Like, we got more to listen to here, but like, he might hate the game and not want to compete now, but then when the Pro League starts, he might get the itch again. Something might change.
I did the same the next year, though, no? And, bro, we act like there's nothing to play, bro. Like, bro, you're watching these events from your little TV screen at home, okay? That's very lonely. Okay? There's no woman or child running around the house, so it's just you and the TV.
Bro.
But I'm going to let you in on some little insight. Those events are horrible. Okay, DreamHack Atlanta, DreamHack Birmingham, these events are dog shit. All right? It literally feels like we're playing in the bathroom. These shits are not worth my time, bro.
Okay, he has a point there. Bro's actually got a point. It's crazy that, was it Atlanta? Atlanta, they're playing in front of the bathroom. Like, they're not literally playing in the bathroom, but we're pretty close. We're pretty close. Like, if you go watch the main broadcast for Atlanta, it says restrooms like over the game area. Like they're literally beside the bathroom in the back corner of the venue. He's not even kidding. And they're also beside the what's it called? The VTuber concert. You guys remember that? The VTuber concert was so loud I couldn't even hear the listening. The singing was louder than the listening, and it was not. Anyway, like I get that aspect. I can empathize with the guy. You know, like we're in dire straits. This is the worst state that Halo Infinite has ever been in. It's fortunate that we have events at all. So I can't just like sit here and be like, you know, super like ungrateful, but it's not a great circumstance. That said, that aspect of the year is done though. Bro, it was so loud. Yeah. So, okay. Well, he has a point there. There's no more DreamHack. DreamHack is done, bro, right? So we have LVT Pro League coming up, which is mostly online. And then he gets to go to the LA headquarters for the LAN for 100K, which is like the FaZe Kason LAN. That's a nice setup, right? And then Halo Fest. Halo Fest is in Seattle. That event's going to be dope. Apparently there's like more than double the attendees that we had at Worlds last year, like that's fucking sick. Like maybe the event itself is 100K and it's invitational, but that argument doesn't really make sense for the second half of the year. Like if he wanted to skip the first half of the year, I get it. But if you were going to transition back into competing, now's a decent time. Like we're building momentum to the close of the year and for the hopefully an eventual announcement on what's coming next with the game, right? So I don't know. I get it though. Like we're competing in front of bathrooms.
It is so beneath me. I'm gonna be honest. I don't mean to sound snobby and all that, but like
Snobby.
that shit is not worth my time, bro. Respectfully. What's the plan if everything's boring? I think I'm just gonna pursue streaming full time.
Is he joking? I
mean,
can't
it's always
tell.
been something I wanted to do.
Okay.
I never thought I'd actually have the chance to just because competing, and then I didn't think Halo would take a break again.
That, for the record, is a W, I will say. Like, you can love or hate Bound, whatever your opinion is. Like, the fact that if he does actually decide to pursue streaming, I don't know what that means. Is he going to play Halo ranked? Like, what's he going to do? I don't know. But the guy's a character, you know? He's entertaining. When he came back and streamed, he had, what, like 300 viewers, which is high for Halo. It's sad that this is the circumstance that we're in right now, but sure, man. Like, come back and play the stream full time. I'm not complaining about that. You know, like I'd like to watch a Bound stream, whether he's playing Halo or something else.
Why did you motherfuckers jerk Siri on pause? Okay.
Jerk Siri.
Herb, I know you're old, but the kids say pause when you say something very suspect.
It
Like
sounds
that.
sarcastic.
Why did you motherfuckers jerk Siri on around and waste that motherfucker's time in the beginning of the year? Okay, first of all, Verb. Okay. How could we waste Sirion's time when anything we give Sirion would be a learning experience, okay? Right. Number two, teaming with Sirion was kind of just like whatever. I mean, I don't even know. It was kind of just trolling. It wasn't even like real. And I'm sorry for wasting his time. Oh, yeah.
Damn.
That shit was not real at all.
I mean,
That
it
shit
was
was
semi.
not real.
No, it wasn't really real. Like, the scrims were pretty short.
I mean, yeah, if you listen to the listen-ins while those guys were scrimming, it didn't sound real. Like, they sounded like, I remember them scrimming in Shopify, and they sounded like super pissed. Like, they were just talking shit, like every kill that they got, every time they died, they're just straight talk. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it didn't sound like proper, like like they didn't respect the competition, or like they were just kind of showing up, is the vibe that I got. With Sirion's situation, like, I don't know if I want to say he got jerked around. Like, it's frustrating. I'd be frustrated if I was Sirion that I almost got on FaZe and then FaZe fell apart. Like, it is weird. Like, I don't know the internal details of what happened with their team, but Bound and team had what looked like great opportunities to represent FaZe and to, like, really mix things up this year. You know, like, it seemed like they were in an exciting position. Z went from being the most attractive, like, potential prospect to sort of like squandering the first half of his year as well. So, like, on one hand, he probably got good experience learning and maybe vibing with some of the best players in the game. But on the other, like, he could have been on a different team, and then he would have been able to attend like DreamHack Birmingham with that different team, because he missed that event, right? Like, he didn't get to play fours in that. So I don't know, like, on one hand, he was kind of like left in purgatory and didn't get to do anything with it or get signed. So it didn't really forward his career too much. But hopefully he learned things. I do think he's good enough at the game that he's got potential. I think he's going to get a shot. He just needs to keep going. The guy's nasty, at least in matchmaking. Like, individual skill, he passes the eye test. The guy's got crazy potential. As a teammate, I don't know. We'll have to see.
And shit. Sirion could be pro one day. I mean, I don't think
Could
he's
be pro.
currently a pro level player, but
Yeah, depending on what you classify as a pro level player. Like, in terms of skill, I'd say like he's up there. But then when it comes to like accolades, he's still hard to say he's a pro from an accolades perspective.
I mean, he's got potential. You showed me something when you put on that OJ jersey. You showed me the Mad King still lives. Verb. I don't know how to say this verb without tooting my own horn, stroking my own self. I've been the best player in this game 5 years running, bro.
Best
Okay?
player in the game, he says.
I don't know why you thought
5
the Mad
years.
King was dead. He lives forever. So I can get on the game. I can search matchmaking. I can match Jackson Johnson, pull his fucking pants down, shove him in a locker, and give him a wet willy. Why the fuck would anyone watch Comp Halo in 2026 without JW and Bound? Who the fuck wants to watch Trippy get 4-0 in finals?
Yo, what? Wait, why is Trippy catching strays, bro? How do we not love Trippy? Okay, so one thing with Bound, man, is you have to, like, if you don't like him, you think he's like cocky or whatever, you have to think of Bound like a character on a TV show, okay? Like, he's like we need people like him, for the record. I see him as like an antagonist type character. Like, he's neither good nor bad. He's got his own like motives. He's on his own like mission, if that makes sense. You know what I mean? Like, He doesn't give a shit what you think or what he says, and you either love it or hate it. But like characters like that are fun, I think, to have in the league. He's like a classic antagonist character. And I don't know if this is diagram in the background, but I'm getting like, I don't know if this is, I can't think of a good example. Like, you know, Malfoy and Harry Potter, and he's got like Crabbe and Goyle like as like buddies. Like that's the vibe that I'm getting with like him and Diagram, where like Diagram just kind of like parrots what he says and then like laughs at his jokes.
And give him a wet willy.
You know what I mean? Like kind of like a classic high school bully vibe. Like anyway, I don't know. I just think he's a character, and we need like interesting personalities in the sport. So I think he's cocky, whatever. Like maybe that's like something he's playing into. I don't think he gives a shit ultimately, but it's fun to have. You know, he's unpredictable. The bro's a wild card.
No one watched Comp Halo in 2026 without JW and Bound. Who the fuck wants to watch Trippy get 4-0 in finals?
Who the fuck is Malfoy?
Hello, Verb?
Okay, I couldn't think of a good example, but Harry Potter, bro. Malfoy, the bully character in Harry Potter who has Crabbe and Goyle, like his like, what do we call them? Like, you know, like the agreeable like bully characters that like support the main bully. Anyway, I don't fucking know.
Let me take a poll. Type 1 if you'd rather watch that simulation.
Anyway. I don't know. Okay, so he said he's done competing in Infinite. He hates the game. He's never liked the game. He might stream full time. His reason for hating the game is that it's beneath him, or for not competing. Sorry, he's not competing because it's beneath him apparently, and that the opportunities are dry. Which he's correct about that. He's playing in front of bathrooms at Atlanta. Correct about that, right? But I do think that with Pro League coming up and with Halo Fest coming up, now's a pretty good time to consider competing. So I don't know. Like, let's wait and see. I don't know what he means about like streaming full time, if that's actually going to happen, if he's got like content ideas or entertainment for us. As long as he's around in the scene, I'm happy. But I don't know. I think it's another blow to our community, right? Like we need high level competition. We need interesting characters in the sport. Supposedly Collect will take his place now. There's another video.
I've got this.
Hold on. I'm just trying to find competitive Halo. There's another video on the Reddit. Why everything's just auto playing, bro? Why is everything auto playing? Here, this right here, that talks about the upcoming team change.
Or the
apparently.
Pro League goes for Halo Fest, bro. I don't care to compete no more in this game.
Wait, what'd I miss? I'm gonna stop the cap. The first 2 years of Infinite, he was not even top 10 yet in the game. He got some shots on his come up early. I mean, he won 7 championships. I mean, look, you could say what you want about whether or not he's the best in the game. Like I don't know. Like obviously the guy's, you know, like I can't flame him for having the personality that he does, but you could make an argument for him being the best. I think that would be fair if he's won 7 championships and a worlds as well. You can make an argument. Would he win the argument? I don't know. He's got some tough competition. His like main rival, Renegade, I would say, is some pretty freaking tough competition.
And I think it's best I just sit out. I don't really think it's worth my time.
It's me, Eco Stellar, and Penguin. It's the plan, bro.
The Eco Stellar Penguin.
The plan for LVT and Halo Fest. Bond isn't playing anymore. I think Bond's coming to send the next Halo no matter what. I think he just wants to take a break, bro. Given from talking to him damn near every day. I believe he just wants to take a break.
So this is where we're at, right? Collect is filling his role. Collect is nasty, but we haven't really seen him perform and like achieve quite what Bound has yet, right? So is it going to benefit this Keps roster? I don't freaking know. It'd be cool to get him in a spotlight where he's surrounded by GOATs. Because one thing to keep in mind with Collect, for the record, is when he's playing with Shopify, and sure, like anybody playing with Shopify is going to look good, but Collect looks insane when he's playing with the Shopify guys. Like when he's with Royal 2, Last Shot, Frosty, he's not only holding his own, but statistically, he looks very impressive. So if he can like recreate that level of ability surrounded by Eco Stellar and Penguin, then maybe we'll have a lot more to say about him. And if he could do it on LAN too, because his online performance and his LAN performance still, you know, looking to kind of bring those together. Like online, he's been like a god in some cases. In LAN, he's had more trouble, you know, I'll just say. But I think he's got potential, obviously. Is he going to work on the team? I don't know. In the end of the day, bro, I just want the league to start. I want the teams to start competing. I want high-level Halo to get played, right? Scrims happening. Obviously, the players that choose to compete is important. But as long as there's high quality content and matchups happening, we're still going to have entertainment and something to talk about. And I think if it generates enough momentum and, you know, it's exciting, then it's going to influence other people to want to play and get involved in the game. So he's saying, Bound's saying he's quitting right now, but, you know, give it a couple months of him like taking his break, especially depending on what he chooses to do. And he might get the itch and he might come back. And if he wants to come back, I get the impression that he could just bump anybody off of that. Like, you know, he would just essentially replace Collect again. I don't know. Unless Collect is just a phenom on the team and they want him more somehow. He's a solid pickup. He's a solid pickup for sure. So it's not like a massive blow to the team on paper, but he has proving to do. It sucks for us unless Bound changes his mind. And you never know with the guy. He's kind of unpredictable. So that's the update on the Bound situation. Trying to make himself the villain. No, I see him as like an antagonist, if that makes sense. Like he's not exactly a villain. He just is like plays for his own team type thing, right? Like sometimes he's like a hero you want to root for. Sometimes he's got like a villain type personality. He's like, I don't know. He's on nobody's side, really. He's an anti-hero. He's like an anti-hero, yeah. It ain't a massive blow. They can't win without Bound. So, I mean, the biggest, most frustrating, aspect of the league, though, is just the fact that it's so top-heavy with Shopify dominating majority of the year. The only players to get a win on Shopify this year are Bound and Stellar in 2s, for the record, right? 2v2 obviously very different than 4v4. And Legend Renegade, they came back online, but that land Bound and Stellar got the dub. So respect that. Without Bound in the league, the thing is like even if Bound decided to come back and play with the BEPS roster, their practice was lacking. Like they got to actually work hard, you know, and be super consistent. Because online, they didn't look good at all. On LAN, they, you know, kind of pulled third place out of their ass, but Luminon shut them down every time they played them, you know, and then Luminon can't do anything to Shopify right now, it seems. We're in a weird spot, right? Like, the matchups are entertaining until we get to Grand Finals, and then Grand Finals has been a blowout. So we're kind of running out of, like, premium level talent that's capable of contesting Shopify. So our year continues to, like, barrel down the same path that it's been on the entirety, where we're having fun until we get to Grand Finals, and it's like, oh, okay, we all know how that's going to go, right? It's like 4-0, 4-1. We need Empire to strike back at the Rebellion. I want competition. Like, I'm not, you know what I mean? Like, I think some people have this mentality of like, you know, take down Shopify or whatever. Like, it's more like, I just don't want to see the same team dominating, like, almost effortlessly, right? Like, you can appreciate Shopify more when they have to work harder and, like, push their limits to win. And it doesn't even feel like they have to really do any limit pushing when they win. So it's like, it's not good for anybody at the moment, right? Not a good entertainment. Shopify don't even look like they're being pushed, you know? And the experience doesn't seem competitive. And I don't know. SR aren't going to lose until a new team is formed. Yeah, that's the thing too, is like they have so many sort of advantages having stuck together and being in the position that they're in to like incentivize their continued improvement and grind together. So, I don't know. Look, man, 128,000 for a pro league is like the best we could hope for at the moment. So, let's just kind of wait and see what we get there and hope that the conversation around the game motivates more people to come back. As we get towards Halo Fest, I think we're going to see players like Lucid even start to tune into Halo a little bit more. Maybe not as a competitor, but like start to contribute, whether he starts live streaming the game or showing up as an analyst on the desk at Halo Fest. We're building to something. We've got, what is it, the campaign Evolve coming out at the end of the month too. How is the Shopify Rebellion formed? They were formed in response to the biggest roster mania we had ever seen, right? They were not purposely formed. They were formed because Optic built a God Squad. And essentially Royal 2 and Frosty decided to link up with the two best looking prospects in the league. He had to be around for end of 2024, early 25. You quit Infinite as well? Today? You quit today? Yeah, okay, I'll see you tomorrow, bro. Or in a week, max. Say you quit today. You want me to compete? Jesse, look, man, playing the game is fun at times, but if you've been watching me play Onyx 2000, I do not exactly look competition ready at the moment, bro. I don't know. I really gotta hit the frickin' trenches or something if I legitimately want to compete, bro. It's tough out here. Onyx 2000 has been a grind. Let's go, Hack. Thank you, bro. Shyway's the only one to take down SR. That's right. I'm going to push my limits and somehow beat the best team in the game with no competitive experience. Let's fucking get it. Okay, outside of the bound topic, I think we've touched on it enough at this point, right? Any other questions? Like anything we haven't said? Do we move on to the state of Halo and Xbox, right? Because Xbox has made some big adjustments, or they're in the process of making adjustments, firing a lot of people or letting go of a lot of people, which is upsetting, but there's sort of a silver lining to that too. Like we might see a much more streamlined company. Is it Sierra? Sierra the EG? Thank you for the follow. Welcome. Seem dialed and my movement is crazy. Thank you, Jesse. I can move, man. How do I shoot like this guy though? Like, you know, that there's levels to this. And also, obviously, there's so much to Halo, bro. I got a video that I've recorded, and I put a draft together breaking down Frosty's POV in Shopify versus Optic that I can maybe play for you guys a little bit later. But it breaks down their comms and their team play in scrims versus Optic at the highest level. Shout out to Frosty, who recently uploaded this. So it's cool to kind of get a trip down memory lane and play some high-level Halo from 2025. Install a Cronus, that might help. Much love, Sierra. Thank you for Lattice. We've got the developer of Lattice in the chat. He's kind of famous. W. Timmy. Halo has more weekly visitors on Reddit than COD, Valorant, and Fortnite, Counter-Strike, etc. Actually, though, Lukey, so you mean Halo the franchise has more visitors on Reddit? Halo's franchise is large, right? Like, it's very well recognized. Beyond, I think one thing about Twitter is just how outspoken the sort of like, I want to say like 30 to 40-year-old sort of generation of people. Like, you know what I mean? Like the people that came up with the Halo franchise are some of the loudest people on Twitter, if that makes any sense. That's a vibe that I get. A lot of like the leadership and the top creators and people with the biggest platforms today were like born and like grew through the successful era of Halo. And we're super passionate about it when it was king. All right, let's see what Asha posted today. Let's go to that, yeah? This is going to be a long read. This is a pretty unique post. 70,000 likes already. A post like this feels like very unique to read from the CEO of a massive gaming corporation, right? Like, you don't expect this level of transparency. This is new for me. But a bunch of unks on Twitter that are really, you know, just pissed off about the state of gaming and the direction it's headed and the direction Halo's been going for, what, 15 years? What was my favorite year of Halo Infinite? Last year, low-key, might have been my favorite. Year one, I don't even know, bro. Last year was a lot of fun, mainly because we were streaming so much of it, and I was more invested in last year than I'd ever been in any year of competitive Halo. Year one was exciting because it was all new. And then year two, I think, might have been the most competitive to watch, right? Year two was when Optic won, and then Phase won, SSG won, Optic won, and then Phase won, right? Like, we had like 3 teams trading blows and wins, and then we had Quadrant from Europe placing top 3. That year was exciting as hell, just because so many teams could compete at the top level. So you never really knew like how things would go. Last year had amazing competition. I think last year was kind of top heavy in that Optic and Shopify dominated majority of the narrative, but the display that they put on in grand finals was so competitive and the skill level was so high that it was like nothing we'd ever seen. So it was sort of predictable to see like Optic and Shopify play each other, right? That was kind of like the whole conversation. And unfortunate for everybody else, like SSG, FaZe, they had moments, but ultimately were like kind of gimped and had trouble getting to the level, you know? So we kind of knew how things would go, but the competition in grand finals was fucking, you know, elite. It was like nothing we'd ever seen. So that aspect of last year was so sick. Games go down to game 7, especially the first like half of the year. It started becoming very Shopify dominated towards the end. Like, they cemented themselves as the best by the end. But like the first half up until like the end of the summer, when everything was like super back and forth competitive, it was really entertaining. Greatest series in comp Halo history? Which one? FaZe versus Pure at Worlds? Was that 2024? That was 2024. That was a pretty crazy series. What do we think of Asha, chat? She's hopped in as the CEO, and she's been making some pretty bold statements. She seems to really want to like take Xbox and like just completely tear down everything that isn't working, remove it, which on one hand is unfortunate, I guess, for the employees that are losing their jobs. But on the other hand, it's like, these are the drastic like implementations that need to happen to get Xbox to where it needs to be. This bloodbath has been needed for a long time, right? Like somebody has to do it. And the fact that they're not just removing the employees and just not saying shit, because they could like, imagine they just got rid of with 3,200 employees. So this is an important email I sent today to all employees at Xbox. She sent this email and now she's letting the whole world know. Team, we are beginning the most significant restructure in Xbox history. After careful consideration, I've made the difficult decision to reduce our team by approximately 3,200 throughout 2027. If Xbox just not randomly, but like if we saw all of these like cuts happen with no transparency as to why, like specifics, I think the internet would be like flaming. You know what I mean? Like the perception of Xbox would be down the drain. It would be rough. The only thing that she can do here to like justify such a massive shakeup is to be transparent about the circumstances that we're in the state of Xbox. So I think this is really smart, because how else are you going to justify this by not just like opening up a little bit and talking about the state of the company? This will include approximately 1,600 role eliminations today. And in addition, 4 studios will leave Xbox to new management. One thing I recognize, we'll have to read all of this, is that they didn't actually close any studios, I don't think, which is underlying W. I recognize that year-long restructuring creates additional challenges. Unfortunately, it's not possible to make all the necessary changes in a single day, and I wanted to be direct about the scale. I know this is painful. These changes will directly affect people who have poured their creativity into building Xbox. Many joined us through acquisitions, while others were recruited here or sought us out because they loved this industry and loved Xbox. Today's decisions do not reflect their talent or dedication. A lot of people are losing their jobs, man. A lot of talented people, and that this part is dark, and it's difficult. One thing I had not fully realized and learned just through a sort of private conversation that I had is that certain aspects of Halo, like they have a lot of contract workers obviously working on Halo, but I believe the competitive insights team is also in that bracket of contract workers. So we think about all the guys who, the ex-pro players who silently work on the competitive settings and test maps and stuff like that. I don't know if they're safe. Their jobs are safe, which is pretty shitty too, right? Like there are certain segments that directly, I guess, impact us that we are more closely related to that might potentially, their jobs might be in jeopardy by their digital slot. We talk about Colorado. Anyway, just kind of a wild circumstance. You say, okay. Our business today is not healthy, straightforward. We are operating at margins that are 3 to 10 times lower than comparable platform and publishing businesses. We entered Gen 9 with a smaller install base and higher cost structure. To grow, we bet on Game Pass, multi-platform, and a broader portfolio of content. While those businesses have created meaningful value, they did not grow at the pace we expected. As that happened, our core business weakened and we added more teams, more investment, and more time, hoping for a better outcome. And now the industry is facing the most severe hardware crisis in its industry. We must reset Xbox. That's true. Everything is insanely expensive hardware-wise now. They're projecting that the future consoles are going to be upwards of $1,000, right? What's that Steam machine without a controller? That shit costs over $1,000 for the new Steam machine. I think future consoles are going to be, prices will hike to that level. Even the PS Pro is like $1,000 right now, especially Canadian, bro. That shit's $1,000. First, we will reset our content portfolio. Since 2018, we have aggressively expanded our studio portfolio. While the number of games created each month across the industry now outpaces the last 10 years combined, we now find ourselves competing not only with the largest publishers, but also with smaller independent studios. Good point there. Hollow Knight Silksong is a perfect example. That game was developed by how many people? Like a group of I want to say 5 core people built Hollow Knight Silksong, and they released it because they can set whatever price they want. They put it out for a low price of $20, and it sold millions and broke the freaking Nintendo store when it came out. It was so popular. So you've got companies pumping $400 million into Gears of War, and then you've got 5 guys in a basement. I don't really know their setup. whatever, making Hollow Knight, and that shit's outpacing AAA studios. So it's a weird time that we live in where games are just constantly releasing, and their success is like completely not random, but you know what I mean? Like you never know what's going to pop and what's just going to be a money sink. You've got Splitgate and what's the game they just made? Impulse. Hearts out to those guys. How much money is being invested in making Splitgate and Impulse? And are those games surviving, right? Like that's like the other side of the coin, like unfortunate situation for them, but I imagine that studio is not in a good state right now. Anyway, it's neither possible nor desirable to own every great independent studio. We have also learned that we are not the best home for every type of studio. In a typical year, we've lost 64 cents for every dollar we invested. As we reset Xbox, we will help independent creators succeed by providing open development tools and audiences to realize their vision. We are not the best home for every type of studio. I'm thinking about Halo when they type stuff like this. Like, it's hard not to think about Halo, right? Compulsion Games and Double Fine Productions will return to management and transition to independent studios with their IP catalog and runway for the next games. Ninja Theory and Undead Labs have entered terms to join new ownership with funding to compete and grow. Is it Senua and State of Decay 3. In France, Arcane's management is beginning required consultation with its works council to review potential strategic options. So a lot changing here. Thankfully, none of this is being shut down. There was a lot of sort of rumor and conversation about the possibility of these studios like Ninja Theory getting completely shut down. But the fact that they're going, this is dramatic restructuring. At least they're trying to salvage things at the very least. Hello, Red Real Fall. How you doing? Senua is Hellblade. Hellblade, yeah. Okay. I never played those games personally, but I'm sure there are people that want to see them release in, a good state and the studios to still survive. We're also making reductions across other units and in some cases shifting investment to focus on higher priority projects. These changes vary in size across Activision, Bethesda, ZeniMax, Blizzard, King, Mojang, and Xbox Game Studios. None of our first-party publicly announced games or projects are being canceled as part of these reductions. That's a W. In addition, Mojang and King will now report directly to me. These two studios have increasingly become platforms and are our largest by monthly active players. They bring critical geographic, demographic, and differentiation to Xbox. This is Minecraft, right? Mojang is Minecraft. What's King? What do they make? Minecraft is one of the only, I think, investments. What was that? A $2 billion investment years ago that Microsoft made for Minecraft that I think has actually really benefited them, right? Still a very popular game. And there's also an educational component to Minecraft that I think they put in elementary schools to, assist in education in elementary schools, which is pretty crazy. 2.5 billion. Yeah. What's up, War Turtle? Doing good, brother. Multi-billion. Yeah. But a good investment, I would think, right? Because that game is, consistently one of their more profitable and successful products. This title better be clickbait. Bound is finished competing in Halo Infinite, Michael. We watched a video together about it, so not entirely clickbait. He's going to play the game. He might full-time stream. I don't know, but he's done competing in Infinite. He as of Friday, he talked about this on last week. Sad title, I know. We know that great technology gets better when it gets simpler, not bigger. Today, some parts of the company, this is a crazy moment here, work passes through as many as 14 layers of management. Our platform teams are 40% larger than they were at the start of this generation alone. Even as our player base and playtime have declined, that complexity has slowed decisions, blurred accountability, and made it harder to deliver for players. As we reset Xbox, we will simplify. 14 layers of management, bro. That's fucking insane. 14 layers of anything is bad. What's fine? Tell me something that has 14 layers that's a good thing. 14 layer dip is too many layers. 14 layers cake is too many layers of cake, right? 14 layers of blankets is just too hot. That's too many blankets. Find me 14 layers of anything that's a good thing, bro. 14 layers of management is insane. We talk about why it is that Halo struggles to update anything in their game. And obviously, the engine is apparently spaghetti code. The engine is a mess, and that's a big component. But 14 layers of management signing off on a decision about who knows what the fuck over at Halo Studios is insane, bro. Insane. And then I like this too, where they said blurred accountability. They don't even know where the problem is. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you can't even hold anybody accountable if there's 14 layers of management. Who the fuck went wrong? Where'd it go wrong? We're playing broken telephone, bro. Insane. 40% larger than they were at the start of this generation, which is what, like 2020 or 2018 or whatever. So in the last like 6-7 years, I had to say that. In that time, they've expanded significantly despite the reduction in profits and the struggle that they've gone through. They've continued to expand the layers of management. Read the title. Is it clickbait or is Bound actually left? Bound is done competing in Halo Infinite. He's done competing in Halo Infinite, supposedly. We will reduce management layers to no more than 5, and where possible, 3. That sounds much better. We will deliver success through a flatter organization that is built around makers, individual contributors focused on building, player coaches, leaders who remain deeply involved in the work while developing their teams, and directly responsible individuals, DRIs, who own key decisions and outcomes. We will streamline how we work across our tools.
Halo right there. That is just
damn good Halo.
Oh my God.
I don't know if this is damn good Halo, Mr. Fly, but at least it's a step in the right direction. Thank you for the gift, brother. Sharpsy, welcome. Streamline how we work across our tools with cleaner code base, shared services, and 50% reduced vendor spend. What an interesting conversation we're reading here, right? Like this is transparency that we've never had, I don't think. I've never like seen a CEO just straight up say, like, we've got 14 layers of management and this is like unacceptable and we got to reduce this shit down to 3 and we got to 50% reduce our vendor spend. Like, you know, obviously getting into like the specifics of like what all of this shit means in this paragraph doesn't really apply to us, but like this transparency is kind of much needed. Like, I feel like I've needed to hear this, right? So we know we're not crazy. Like there's reasons as to why things operate slowly. Asha cares. Yeah. And I also think that, not to say that she's cornered, but if you're going to remove 3,200 employees, you're going to need some transparency to justify such a dramatic change in the organization, right? Because you can't just chop off that segment of you could, I guess, but it would look horrible on the brand, right? So I think that like she kind of has to do this, but also this is well written. This is concise and direct. Like this person, Asha, seems to be, you know, cutthroat in all the right ways, right? To just like get shit done, hopefully. Do Halo Studios next. They got some management issues and sorting. Yeah, I don't know. I'm thinking about Halo for this, for sure. 14 layers of fat paychecks for nothing. I don't know about. Anyway, I can't comment, but 14 layers, man. As Xbox grew our headcount, we became more fragmented. Teams, studios, and functions often operate independently, and it became harder to work towards a shared goal, make the right trade-offs, and get things done. That, again, is like what seems to be one of our big issues with Halo, is just like a shared, streamlined, laser-focused vision for the direction of the game, the gameplay, every aspect of the game, you know, all the way down to its core, the campaign, the look, everything. It just seems like there's different studios and pockets within the organization just working on entirely different things, and there's not, they struggle to work together, right? And work towards a shared goal. For the first time, we are establishing a chief operating officer with end-to-end P&L responsibility across content, hardware, platform, and services. Helen Chiang has been promoted to this role and will report directly to me. Over nearly 2 decades at Xbox, Helen has helped build some of our most important businesses, from Xbox Live to leading Mojang and the Minecraft franchise. She will bring our businesses together under one operating model, making sure we make clear investment decisions, learn from our successes and failures, and hold ourselves accountable for results. The future is female, by the way. Now, in the end of the day, I don't know why I'm even saying that, but it's cool. You know, as long as they do good work, that's all that matters. Doing good work. It's pretty cool, though, that, you know, things have really changed. Like here, Dave McCarthy, whoever this guy, he's a white guy probably, 17 years with Xbox. He's going to move out of his role. I don't know why I'm mentioning this, but just anyway. Thank you, Dave McCarthy, who's retiring after 17 years with Xbox. Dave has played a defining role in building the platform that millions of players rely on every day, and has been a trusted partner through many of the biggest moments in Xbox's history. We wish him all the best. Love this output. Need fresh blood. We need changes. We need positive changes. I'm here for change, right? We need like drastic changes. So Here's hoping. These changes are about a bigger future for Xbox, not a smaller one. The next decade of gaming will be larger, more global, and more creative than anything we've seen before. This year, we'll invest as much in Xbox as we ever have, but we'll invest with greater focus, greater discipline, and greater clarity, all in service of making Xbox where the world plays and creates. I like this sounds like a speech to like an army or something, like greater discipline, focus, clarity. We're going to get this shit done for Xbox, baby. I want Xbox to be one of the few companies that entertains more than 1 billion people each day and gives everyone the opportunity to create and connect. Ambitious, but I love it. I know we can achieve this goal. Xbox has many of the most beloved franchises in entertainment history, talented studios around the world, and we will return to growth in 2027. History is full of companies that mistake longevity for inevitability. We will not be one of them. Asha. Damn. Drop the mic, right? Damn. I dig the transparency. It's a huge restructuring. A lot of people losing their jobs, and that part sucks. But her like intentions seem clear, and her goals are admirable. You know, I want to see Halo popular. I want to see Halo tournaments looking like freaking CS tournaments. I want us to fill stadiums. You know, obviously that's ambitious and probably unlikely, but if she can somehow turn the boat around and we see billions of people entertained with Xbox under the brand somehow, let's hear a Yas Queen, somehow, then who knows what's possible for Halo. I think at the very least, we see the clear investment, you know, going into the company. And I know that Halo's a big component of that. So the franchise is not going anywhere. We're in a low point. Circumstances suck right now for Halo fans, especially the competitive community. But at least you can hopefully read into that and know that Halo at least is still going to see huge investment. They're going to keep trying. I hate to be political about it, but Xbox did too much DEI hirings. So a lot of unqualified people. I mean, I'll allow the statement because you're War Turtle and you're GoPro. I don't really know the specifics of you know, whether or not that's correct. I know that there's a lot of criticism around the whole DEI hiring and whatnot, and that there's a core value, you know, for Xbox and for Microsoft in that regard. But I don't know enough to make a comment about whether or not that's true. In the end of the day, they just need to deliver. They need to deliver on what's being said here, and that's all I care about, right? I don't care who's the guy or girl or like person in the role, as long as they're, you know, effective in their job. And that's really all that we should care about. Yeah, I think just what matters is the output. Corporations are a giant organism, like some kind of amoeba or something. If you let the cells sit still, they rot and spoil. They need to be constantly moving, refreshing, etc. Yeah, large changes need to be made, I guess. And this is what we're seeing. So 10 million views already, 71,000 likes. Damn. Posting the entire email is a really smart move, honestly. Comes across as genuine, and comments reflected. I cannot state how much I appreciate it is that you helped transition to studios instead of outright closing them. I hope the clear goal you have for the future works out. It's Mint Blitz. I agree. I hope the goal for the future works out, and I respect the fact that they didn't actually shut down any studios despite all of the layoffs that are inbound. So this will happen over the course of 2027. Need to fire all the activists and shut down Halo Studios and bring back hot game girls. Oh, bro, Haley. This is the only way Xbox will be saved. They got to bring back hot game girl. I do like, okay, I don't know if that's a silly topic, I guess, but what's wrong though, I will say, with like Cortana, for example, being attractive. I do think that like both men and women can get behind the idea of Cortana being attractive and not going the other direction. Not that I need to lean into this conversation, but like, I think it sells. Like, do you watch anime? Like, anybody watches anime, they know that, like, you know, that sells in the industry, clearly, right? Like, it doesn't have to like mirror realism or like reality to a T. It's a video game. It's sci-fi. It's H4 Cortana, bro. And like, it's you think like the amount that they would sell like little figurines, or that other women would aspire to, you know, cosplay as Cortana would increase. Look, man. Anyway, see, I got comments like yours, Hobbit, bro. Have I seen Mortal Kombat 9, how do you say it? Melina? I haven't, no, but did they, like, you know, get, like, did they move away from what she was, right? Because Melina's always been, like, scantily clad with, like, crazy, she's, like, she shows her mouth and shit's, like, insane. She's, like, hot, but then she could, like, devour you. I don't know. Not even Joe Staten can overcome 14 layers. That's a good comment, actually. Jacko, look at Halo 3 dev team versus Infinite. Yeah, I mean, the world is so different than it was during Halo 3, right? It's not even really fair to compare development of Halo 3 to modern game development anymore. You know, that was a different time. The industry wasn't the same. It wasn't nearly as competitive. Halo was a first mover, early adopter in a lot of places. That said, though, 14 layers is freaking insane, and they got to make some changes. So I'm glad we're starting to see some transparency. Should be sexy. I'm always, like, afraid to lean into these topics too much because I'm not, like, a hot take kind of guy, but I do think that, like, I don't think women or men would complain about characters being attractive in video games. It's a video game, right? Like, please, for the love of everything, Halo, don't let Activision. That's another rumor too. Actually, let's keep that conversation going. So there's a rumor supposedly that Activision would take the reins and, like, support in the development of the next Halo in some way. Activision make Call of Duty and a whole variety of other games, right? That's kind of crazy. Where are my bookmarks? Why did Bound quit? Bound said that competing in Halo is beneath him right now, basically, with the tournaments that they're providing, and that it's not worth it, and that he's tired and he wants to take a break. If you go back on my YouTube channel, I reacted to a video of Bound talking. I can go ahead and link the video to you if you want to listen to it in your own time, okay? I don't know if he's guaranteed to disappear for, like, all Infinite tournaments, or if he might change his mind come Halo Fest, but at the moment he said he has no plans to compete in any Halo Infinite tournaments ever. This is the link to that Reddit post. Gaming for what? For everyone, product inclusion, framework for developers, kind of points out line by line DEI efforts in discussion. Yeah, I mean, I think it's weird, right? Because being inclusive is important, but in the end of the day, it's more important that the right person is hired for every job, and the person that's most qualified is hired for a job. So that's the challenge here is the DEI argument assumes that people are getting hired for jobs that they may not be sufficiently qualified for, and then the product is struggling as a result. I think what's more frustrating to see is the management, the layers, 14 layers of management, I think is more of like a red flag to me than getting into the nitty gritty of, like, whether or not X employee deserves to have their job based on their experience. Like, I don't fucking know. I just want them to you know, flatten the company structure a little bit. Results should be the number one priority. Yeah, I agree. I think that there's justification in being inclusive. I think that's important. But at the end of the day, you got to have the right people who are qualified working jobs. Honestly made the best of a terrible situation. I won't undersell. 3,200 layoffs is awful. 3,200 layoffs. However, no studios being shuttered. Independent teams are given some funding, and Senwa State of Decay 3 being finished are big W's in today's cold industry. Is today's industry cold? Is that a good way to define the state of the gaming? It just seems like there's an abundance of games today. Like, there's so many games. Snakebite just tweeted they're looking for an org. I tagged you in it. Okay, thank you. Yeah, I heard about this behind the scenes, so thank you, I guess, Snakebite, for officially confirming it. But they're no longer sponsored, I believe, by Luminon. Negotiations did not succeed, I guess. I'm going to give this a retweet. Confirmation that Snakebite still plans to compete with Trippy Precision, Talik, and Trey Try as their coach. Our team is looking for an org to represent for the SR Pro League plus Halo Fest. Please contact myself or any of the squad to discuss. Yeah, I mean, I can imagine supporting somebody like Snakebite would be expensive, rightfully so. These guys have quite the tenure in Halo, and, you know, they deserve a good organization to rep them. But I don't know. Basically, we're like orgless right now. I think that the Kraken Seas org recently merged with another small org or something like that too. So I don't think Kraken even exists anymore. I don't think any team in the league except Shopify has an org, unless I'm wrong. What about like Legion? Is Legion an org? I don't. You know what I mean? We get in this weird area where there's a lot of like smaller orgs that are sort of repping teams temporarily, but we're in a rough spot competitively. Bro, gun violence. I got no fucking idea, bro. Get rid of the layers of management is a good thing. Yeah. I think being exclusive is not important either at all. You said inclusive. Being inclusive should be like a tenant as well. I don't know. I think there's some fairness behind having an, like, the way that corporate structure is run historically, you know, there's room for inclusivity in that space for sure. But in the end of the day, it's just got to be qualified people. Rumor, Xbox plans to put Halo under Activision Blizzard. Okay. All right, so I don't know what this... So I've heard a crazy rumor that they might put Halo under Activision. This is the kind of thing that they're looking at. How do we structure Halo so it can actually start delivering on the level of potential it actually has? Okay.
Potential. I heard a crazy rumor that they might put Halo under Activision, which I don't, for what it's worth, I don't necessarily believe that right now. But like, if it does happen, you know, you heard it here first. But like, this is the kind of thing that they're kind of looking at. Like, how do we structure Halo so it can actually start delivering on the level of potential that it actually has? Because up to now, I would argue that it pretty much hasn't, man. So, you know, but they are looking at the way Activision does things a lot. They're looking at the way Blizzard does things a lot, because, you know, Halo could function like a Blizzard franchise, you know, and BlizzCon is going to be very interesting. So BlizzCon's dropping in September. I can't remember the exact date, but BlizzCon's in September, in early September, if I remember correctly, just after Gamescom. And you're going to see a lot of what I think Xbox's overarching strategy is going to be for Halo. You'll see that emerge at BlizzCon with the way Blizzard's handling some of their other franchises, I think. So like, there's a lot of rumors right now about Warcraft spin-offs, and there's rumors about StarCraft shooter, which obviously StarCraft was an RTS originally. So could we start seeing Halo spin-offs more? Like
sorry, but I don't fuck with Activision.
We had in the past. Could we see Halo go to external studios? Could we see?
It's already kind of.
Could we see a Halo from id Software, for example?
The fact that Halo 343 rebranded themselves to Halo Studios already sort of opens the narrative for like assistance from other studios. You know what I mean? Like the way that they've sort of sparsed out the projects that they're working on. They've got Campaign Evolved, and they have multiplayer projects absolutely like completely separate. There's a lot kind of being worked on at once. I think like the line about how do we structure Halo so it can actually start delivering on the level of potential that it has is like, is it pertinent is the word? Like that's valid, right? Like the amount of potential that Halo has is pretty insane, I think. And the amount that it's failing in comparison to its potential is like wild to consider. When you look at the overall like popularity of the franchise, the recognition of the brand in gaming. Listen to the hardcore fans. Who's this? Are they who are you talking about? Anyway, I just think Halo is like way too well known as a brand to be tanking as much as it is, to be as unpopular as it is in the actual player base. People aren't playing Halo. They know what Halo is. They know who Master Chief is, but it's like old history, right? Nobody's playing the games anymore. That's like such a failing that you could have a franchise as iconic enough to even rival Mario in some cases, I think, especially in the Western audience, right? It's an UNC game now. Yeah. So I don't know. I think that like the idea of Activision coming in and supporting Halo in some way is definitely concerning, because the narrative about Halo for like over 10 years has been about how the gameplay is like devolved into like Call of Duty slop or whatever. You know, like people on the internet like to talk about how Halo is like Call of Duty now. So having literal Call of Duty developers come in and support the development of Halo doesn't sound great, you know, in that regard. Like for gameplay direction, I don't know how they would assist, but we can't deny that Activision's games are way more successful and Call of Duty is way more popular today. The biggest thing that needs to change is just the frequency of like content that's produced and games that release. I think they could make another Halo, like a mainline Halo, great, but we don't just want that. Like, I would love to see spin-off games, a Helldivers style of Halo game, and frequent releases every 2-3 years maximum. I don't think it should take more than 3 years to get another game announced and on the way. Make a good Halo with cool events. Yeah, I mean, for us, we're maybe easier to please in that I just want, you know, a good Halo multiplayer and events, right? Like, but I think like Halo as a brand is so much more than its multiplayer and its esport, especially like the lore, the books, the, you know, toys and what, like there's just so much to Halo. It's a freaking massive franchise. So much potential that's just been squandered for over a decade. And to the point where like, it's hard to like, you know what I mean? Like the direction that the story's gone, the TV show and whatever they did, decisions they made with the TV. It's just like, what is Halo now? You know, we've gotten in this weird spot where we've sort of we've lost our way. Halo's too frustrating to play. I got Onyx in the first season, Diamond 5-6 in the second, took time off, can't get to Diamond 2. Hey, Slexy, well, is that how I say your name? I feel like I've had trouble reading your name before. That's a different conversation altogether, bro, but, or I call you Lex. Ranking first season versus second season versus the current season is completely different. So that's something else. Like I think an Onyx from season 1 is the equivalent of a Plat today. If you want to just do a comparison. Antonio? Is that it? What do you mean? Gosh, that's true. Which part? I'm yapping about so much. Hopefully it just all makes sense. Just release Halo Infinite again the way it is now with even more content. Yeah, well, okay. That would be dope, right? More importantly than releasing a new Halo game in the state that Infinite is currently in, I just want a game that's regularly updated. So it can be, maybe not bare bones, but it can be sort of streamlined on launch as long as within the first month there's new shit and it's exciting. As long as they can get the foundational stuff, you know, like, and hopefully there's way more social features. Pre-game, post-game, lobby, just like everything is done within the game and it feels like a living, breathing like world inside the game, and I don't have to go out to Discord to like find people to play with, and you know what I mean? Like, just, it's too compartmentalized. Like, I think Halo, when I get on the game, I want it to feel like the community is there with me. Love Infinite. I like the gameplay a lot in Infinite, yeah. Did you get clickbaited hard? Nah, everything is facts in the title. Bound is done competing in Halo Infinite, according to his own words. LVT Pro League, I put in the title. We already know about this. If you guys don't already know, I can just go ahead and read that real quick. They delayed it to August. Obviously, if it was happening in July, you would have heard and be watching it by now, right? We're putting the finishing touches on the new Pro League format, and we'll share it with everyone ASAP. The one important update, the season will now begin in August instead of July. The prize pool remains at $128,000, which is a W. That's a lot of money, honestly. More money than last year in a more successful year for the game, with organizations representing teams as well. Land finale in November. Land finale in November. I didn't even read that part. So and that's one kind of cool thing about pushing the Pro League back, is it tightens up the frequency of events in the latter half of the year. So like November and December is going to be action-packed for Halo fans. We're going back to back, right? We're going right from the LVT LAN for $100,000 into Halo Fest the next month for another $100,000, and then another $50K in side events apparently too. This format was shaped with input from trusted players and coaches from last year's league to ensure it reflects what the community and competitors value most. I think what he means to say is just the frequency of matches that we're going to get to watch. Like, hopefully when the Pro League starts, there's a good regular schedule of content for us to engage with. I don't know what the pros want, like how much they're willing to play on the streams. Hopefully there's scrims that happen outside of the matches. I mean, I love the game, but I'm disappointed in how they handled it. More dev maps. I've just had Last Shot's gameplay in the background for the record, just because I don't know who else to add to here, right? Disappointed how they handled it. More dev maps, more weapons added. Yeah, exactly. Everything was just a lack of supply for the demand, right? Like, Infinite did not launch in a terrible state. There was a lot of optimism around Halo when Infinite launched. It just faded almost immediately when we realized that there was no content. There's no future content. It took a year to get Forge going, and they took 6 months at least to get one map. Hope there's not a million ads. What do you mean a million ads? Like ads in the games? I hope that doesn't become a thing. I heard something about that. Oh, you mean like at LVT? Oh shit. Yeah, there might be a bunch of ads for LVT. I don't know actually. Like on top of the Twitch ads, you think that they're gonna have like a lot of sponsorship stuff going to like justify the large prize pool? Yeah, no more BEPs apparently. Snakebite looking for org. So Luminon, I don't know if Luminon like dropped the players, because like understand that for Luminon to represent Snakebite, Trippy, Talik, and Precision, it's expensive, right? Like my understanding is there were negotiations that had, and they didn't come to an agreement, and now Luminon is no longer representing the team. So I don't know. I don't know the specifics, but yeah, at least Snakebite and team are still looking to compete, and they're looking for an org to represent them. Realistically, we should have a new Halo MP already. 100%. Should have had one 2-3 years ago. How far along would I guess the next Halo multiplayer is? I don't even want to guess. I'm worried, to be honest. There was like rumors about the work in progress Project Ecker project being canceled or whatever. Like Ecker got... I don't know anything about that. It was a Rebs. Here, let's get the Rebs gaming video up. So the weird thing about this, and I talked about this last time I watched this with viewers, is like I don't even know what was the project before Ecker, bro? Because like all of this has just been like hearsay. Like we've never seen any footage of the supposed Halo Battle Royale that's been worked on, or Halo Extraction Shooter PvP, PvE, whatever that's been worked on. Like all of it is just like, yo, I heard that this is happening from this guy who's like really knowledgeable, like trust. He's a trusted source. Like there's been nothing to confirm it. So it's just a bunch of like hocus pocus, right? It's like Tatanka, yeah. So Tatanka was being built as a battle royale, and nobody ever saw anything related to it. And then they canned it, and now they're doing Ecker, and Ecker is supposed to be like Extraction PvE or something, and now that's canceled too. Like it's just I don't even freaking know. But he does mention one thing in here about Halo Fest having an announcement related to HCS. Apparently, I don't know.
What's up, everyone?
Oh my god,
this is Rebs and go
Rarky.
This Project Ecker.
Damn good Halo. Rarky, how you been, go? Thank you, man, for 5. Let's freaking go. We're grinding today, man. Rarky, thank you for 5. That's some damn good Halo. Can we get a W Rarky in the chat? Round of applause. Northern Light, Hospital. There's a Malik, I think, Forever Savior, and just Caleb. Welcome, guys. Welcome. About to hit Onyx in doubles, too. I mean, nice, bro.
Is a pain
good to see you, too,
in
man.
my
How you been?
ass. But luckily, this video report will finally
just talking
put
about
an
all
end
things
to the ass pain
Halo
and
updates.
the investigation, but not for the reason we were all hoping for. Previously, I reported that Project Ecker was first being prototyped by Certain Affinity. They were turning it into some new type of game mode, and then Halo Studios started developing it. Then last week I reported that Project Ecker is the next Halo multiplayer game, or at least part of it, and the reason...
Okay, I guess that's an important distinction. So, like, it's like, what does he even really know, right? Because it's like, that's the frustrating thing about these reports is it's just, I don't know what to trust, bro. He's like, Project Ecker is the next Halo multiplayer, or it's part of the next Halo multiplayer. Okay, well, sure. I don't know. You know, it's like, and that's canceled? Oh, shit.
And I said that is because I spoke to someone who worked with Halo Studios. They've given me plenty of information in the past, and they said that Ecker is one of the new Halo projects. And I spoke to someone else who said the same exact thing. Now, all of the information I reported was true, but these previous sources were not aware of a recent development. I received confirmation from multiple Halo Studios employees who normally don't share information, which is why I did not know this last week, but because of my last report, I was able to receive this confirmation. They confirm that Project Ecker is no longer in development. They canceled Project Ecker.
Oh shit! You know, I was really looking forward to Project Ecker, bro. Like, I don't. Anyway, it's just so it's weird that that 2 projects behind the scenes have been canceled, and I got no idea what the fuck any of it is.
don't know exactly when or the
Welcome,
exact
Alec.
reason
Is that
why,
say,
but I do know something that happened last year that might explain at least part of the reason why. So throughout last year, Halo Studios was developing Project Ecker, but then sometime in the summer, developers from the Project Ecker development team, or at least some developers, were moved to Campaign Evolve's development team because they were facing major development problems with Campaign Evolved. And then sometime after that, Ecker was cancelled. And like I said, this could at least be part of the reason why Ecker was canceled.
Okay, so the one important note I wanted to point out here, though, if I could, maybe I'll find it. He just says, like, hold on.
But regardless, it's canceled, so now we have to figure out what's next for Halo's multiplayer. Well, I don't have an answer for that yet, but Halo Studios did say that we can expect an update on the return of...
Oh, this! Wait, oh, they said that a while ago, apparently? Okay, that's where he's getting this from? I didn't realize that.
For that yet, but Halo Studios did say that we can expect an update on the return of the Halo Championship Series.
Halo right there. That is just
damn good Halo.
Oh my God.
Let's freaking go, Spectre. Welcome back, brother. How you been? David Goss. Welcome, David. You can thank Spectre for the generous gifting. Let's go. We're on a level 2 hype trade, apparently. So he's thinking that at Halo Fest, we're going to get an update on the return of HCS. And that's something that we've been, we've been like sort of talking about and anticipating. Because if they say nothing at Halo Fest, I think everybody's going to be super upset. We were already disappointed to find out they had no proper update for us last year. So it's sort of the expectation that we get some sort of transparency or idea of what's coming for HCS and when to expect it. Here's hoping end of 2027, but I don't know.
Or HCS by the end of this year, and in order to have HCS, you need classic Halo multiplayer modes. So maybe the next multiplayer game will be more of a classic Halo multiplayer experience, but that's just a guess. Another guess is...
Well, I would hope so. Any multiplayer that comes out for Halo has got to have arena game mode. Wait, what? Yeah. At foundationally, they got to keep moving forward with the arena shooter that we know, and then ideally they've got some sort of other game mode that taps into the battle royale extraction shooter audience. Maybe everything is so anyway, look, I'm not here to like criticize the guy, but I feel like I just listened to that and I didn't you know what I mean, like, can I get back like 3 minutes? You heard, wait, what's this? Heard about Microsoft Xbox wanting to put Activision Blizzard in charge of Halo, correct? No, I heard it was a rumor. I heard there's a rumor that maybe Activision, I don't know if in charge is what would happen or if they'd be assisting in the development of the game in some way. But my understanding, what you can do is take this, take away the fact that Halo's in such a dire like situation that Microsoft and Xbox are considering anything possible to lift Halo back to where it deserves to be. Whether that means employing Activision to support in the development or some other drastic measure also involving laying off a lot of employees, right? Like, I think that's what it is. It's like negotiations are happening. Halo has way more potential than we're currently seeing. What change can we make to make that happen? To actually live up to the potential? Do we have to get rid of Halo Studios? We got to gut the studio. We got to get another studio to support in the development, something like that, right? So they could have had the conversation in passing, and they never actually lean in and make the decision. But I'm not surprised that conversations like that are being had, because of the state that Halo's in. A partnership. Think about it this way: Accelerate didn't leave his tech job to stay at a dying rebrand Halo Studios. Bro will be an Activision employee after this merger for sure. Okay. Maybe. I don't know the details of his job. New Xbox lady love Halo. W. She does seem to like Halo a lot. I mean, she clearly has, she's very ambitious about bringing Halo to this glory position of 1 billion active users daily or something like that, right? She at the end of the statement. And Halo is the biggest platform, biggest franchise they have. Halo is Xbox, right? It's like the Mario of their console. So if they can't course correct that ship, then good luck with anything. Halo has the most potential of any franchise on Xbox. Not being gutted. More support studios are being considered to help Halo Studios. Fair. I mean, it does sound like cuts are going to impact Halo Studios for sure, right? When they talked about the 3,200 employees that are going to get cut. Unfortunately, you know, for those that lose their jobs, I'm sure it's going to impact Halo Studios to some extent. But yeah, I guess more importantly, we'll see other studios assist in the development of games. I just hope that like all of this doesn't, like, I just want a straight, like one vision for the next Halo game. Like Infinite sort of struggled in that regard, where it looked like the game was kind of a product of a lot of different ideas sort of compiled together. Save Halo, save Xbox. Yeah, Halo was the most competitive in H5, but that's me. I do think it was the most competitive for a lot of reasons, Rocket. Yeah. Now that we're on PC, like competitive integrity is a little bit more questionable today than it was back on the console days, and we can't really change that. I don't think. I would never say take Halo off PC. It kind of needs to be there. But the inclusion of PC opens up like the floodgates for anti-cheat and like all these different settings and things that we have that we can change. Halo 5 was straightforward. You know, 60 FPS, everybody's got the same FOV, the same settings, same platform, same FPS. Anyway, I said that. You get it. The consistency across the board is what's kind of missing with the PC's inclusion. On top of just the gameplay itself. Halo 5's gameplay was super competitive. Remove the ground pound and shoulder charge from Halo 5 might actually be peak Halo. They did remove it, though. It just took them 3 years to make changes that the pros wanted to see. Right? Because they got rid of the ARs after 2 years, and then eventually they got rid of the Spartan charge, the ground pound. I honestly didn't hate everything about Spartan charge and ground pound. It was just, the mechanic was too powerful and led to too many, like, freebies. You know, and there was already enough like movement and competitive aspects of the game that they didn't need to be there. So thrust was peak. Yeah, the way that thrust worked in Halo 5 was definitely peak. I think it's better than Infinite's thrust by a long shot. What weapons would I like to see in ranked? I mean, that needle rifle coming back to Halo with the campaign evolved, it'd be cool to see something like that in comp, right? Like any precision weapon that has worked competitively in Halo in the past that wasn't entertained in Infinite, I would like to see in a future Halo game. So the railgun, or whatever that stanchion is, which is like a sniper railgun combination, something like that sounds pretty dope. Like a charge beam of sorts that shoots on its own if you hold the charge too long, that requires precision but is an insta-kill if you're perfect with it. Something like that would be cool. Like a Spartan laser type gun. Remember the binary rifle? That thing was kind of crazy. But like just experimenting with all forms of precision weaponry, it can't hurt the competitive side of the game as long as it's like skillful. H2 OG Xbox is more competitive with the BXR combos. One thing about, I mean, I don't know enough about H2 to like get too deep into that argument, but one thing I'll say about H2 is that because of the BXR and the double shot, the BR was so core to the experience because it was the only gun that could do that shit. I think that's flawed, in my opinion. Like, having one weapon that's capable of doing a bunch of shit that nothing else in the game, you know what I mean? Like, can even fathom? Like, you're, like, quad-shotting with the gun? I don't know. It just makes the game too BR-centric. I would rather you had button combos that were skillful, that didn't tip the scales too heavily, and you had more variance in, like, weaponry and gameplay styles and whatnot. So, like, even Infinite has, like, a BXB, and it's, like, super subtle, but there is an advantage. Building out that aspect more so, or, like, the drop combo in Halo Infinite. Like, it was too free, it was too powerful, but the concept was really cool. Shit like that. Fuck the sandbox? I would like to see, for the sake of, like, the spectators, and even just, like, as a competitor, I think, as long as there's good balance and it feels skillful, I wouldn't mind having a good, like, healthy mix of weapons. Nice competitive Halo with BR Ibly, huh? 2-3 other guns, not 10 guns. Yeah, I do think that, like, Halo was at its best competitively when there wasn't too deep of a sandbox. I think that's fair as an argument. But I also don't think it's impossible to get a sweet spot where we have a diverse sandbox and we still have a very competitive game. I think Infinite, in some regards, has gotten pretty close. You know, and I like the equipment and stuff in Infinite too, though I'm sure people will have, like, disagreements about, like, the repulse or whatever, you know? But, Like, I think it's possible to have a game that has a reasonably large sandbox, but feels like competitively balanced. Best comp Halos did not have a crazy sandbox. I agree. Yeah. But all I'm saying is, like, well, I agree. I don't think it's impossible to find a good compromise. I would rather they approach the compromise than just go back to streamlining and having like a 3-gun game or whatever, you know? But there definitely needs to be, like, the developers have to have the finger on the pulse of, like, what's working and what's not working so that the changes that need to be made are made quickly. So if we start, like, starting Halo Infinite with BR starts and, like, kind of like a Fiesta style almost sandbox wasn't so bad for, like, the first couple events when we sort of understand and get the hang of everything. But they just got to be quick and flexible to remove the stuff that is clearly unbalanced and add new things. And you know what I mean? Like, keep finding a mix that the competitive community is happy with. When you look at H5 to Infinite, that took 6 years. Now Infinite to next MM is 7-8 years. Completely unacceptable. I agree, bro. It's insane. It's insane that we keep breaking records in the amount of time between releases. That's like the last record that you would want to break. You know, unless, of course, the game is successful. Like, if we're League of Legends and, you know, the game came out in 2010, right? League came out ages ago. But the game is still thriving, and they've updated it so significantly to the point where it's, like, not even the same game that it was when it launched, right? That is fair. That's fine. But with Infinite, it's like you got a failing product that barely anybody's playing, doesn't receive updates, and it's taken 8 years or whatever. By the time the next one comes out, 8 years, you know? That's crazy. Asha's smart. She communicates well. She seems to have ambitious goals that I agree with, or that we can admire. So let's hope that she succeeds and that Xbox succeeds, right? Because it's like, I like the transparency and I like what's being said, but that's talk, right? At the end of the day, we still have to see, like, how Halo plays and when it comes out, and all, you know what I mean? Like, they got to deliver. That's all that's left. Like, I think that their heads are in the right place. Their mission, their goals look correct, you know, despite the layoffs. Now it's time to deliver. Believe it when I see it. Exactly. Small sandbox set can always be part of a large set. That's how sets work. No one ain't going to use all the sandbox. Yeah, I mean, again, that's like what I mean by compromise, is having a large sort of pool of potential competitive weapons that could work, but you don't necessarily have to have all of them on every map or whatever. Maybe you have, like, just a few core weapons on one map and a few on the, like, different maps with different layouts can prioritize different types of weapons. You know, it's a nuanced topic. But I don't hate the idea of, like I think Infinite, if they kept adding more equipment to Infinite, I wouldn't hate that. Like, they had some stuff they were working on that could have been cool. You know, there was one that, like, you shoot an orb or something that launches people into the air, or yourself into the air. Something like that would be, like, cool to see in Infinite. Because it, like, it just affects movement in the situation, but it doesn't impact somebody's ability to, like, shoot their gun. Bound is done competing in Halo Infinite. I can replay the video if you guys want to listen to it a second time with me, because we did already give it a listen. But for those who might be trickling in here now, here's the video. Oh, Acid hit a nice Kilimanjaro. I saw it was, like, recommending that. Stasis field. No, there was, like, I think the stasis field, was that what it was? What was the vortex one, too? There was one that, like, pulls equipment and players and vehicles and stuff into, like, a vortex, like a black hole type thing. BXR working BR playlist in the next Halo would be great. BXR is, like, cool in concept, but keep in mind, like, if that shit's too easy to do, everybody's going to BXR, and it's going to make beatdown exchanges stupid. Right? Like, there was some skill to the BXR in Halo 2. You couldn't, if you did it too quickly, you would screw it up. But, like, remember the BXB when Infinite came out? That shit was so free, the BXB. If it works like that, that's terrible, right? It needs to be challenging, and it can't be, like, there's a balance to everything. Everything's got to be balanced. Anyway, okay, here's Bound on quitting competitive Halo.
They don't want that lovey-dovey Bound. They don't want that nice Bound. They don't want AG. They want the Mad King. Man who would set the world on fire to stop best man. Verb, I don't know if you're aware, Verb. I don't know if it's made in headline news. I don't know if the paparazzi has got their hand on the story.
I swear paparazzi.
But I'm not competing the rest of Halo Infinite. That goes for the Pro League. Goes for Halo Fest, bro. I don't care to compete no more in this game. And I think it's best I just sit out. I don't really think it's worth my time. However, why am I a coward? Go on, elaborate. I'm a coward for not wanting to play Halo Infinite.
Talked about this with chat earlier already, but he's talking to Verbmaker. If you guys don't know Verbmaker, who's dedicated Twitch chatter. He's got some I don't know if outrageous is the word. He's got some bold takes. He makes some bold takes. He's talking about right now on Twitch.
5 year 6. Come on, be for real. Maybe I'm not a coward. Maybe I'm just tired. You ever think of that? You ever think of that? Maybe Bound wants to rest because he's tired of fucking Halo Infinite. Damn, geez.
Okay, for the record, though, has he not been in Italy for, like, the first half of the year? I don't know. It sounds like he's had a relatively chill year for the last, like, 6 months. He did play at DreamHack, but, like, they came in. They didn't even scrim. They kind of came in, like, last minute out of vacation. Like, it's been a pretty chill year. I think he's been relaxing for the record. But anyway.
I was hoping to see you at Halo Fest. Yep.
That's fine. That's fine.
Sorry, boys.
Retires again. Yeah.
You
it's like, how much has he competed this year? Hasn't this year already been, like, retirement anyway? Like, now he's, like, officially stating it. But, like, yeah, he came back tanned as a motherfucker. Yeah, bro went from Italy to who knows where. He went to Miami or some shit like that. I don't know. He's been having a pretty good year. It sounds like, you know.
But you lack the courage to face the best man. You know you're the only man who can stop him. You're the only man who can save Halo, and your fears actually call. Bro, I don't give a fuck, bro. I mean, I'm gonna be fucking honest here. I'd never have liked Halo Infinite a day I've played this game.
Wow.
This sounds crazy, but this game's been out 5 years. I've hated the game all 5 years, bro. I know it sounds crazy. Bound, you've won so many events. How do you hate the game, bro? I'm just talented. I despise this game, bro. It is a piece of shit. I can vividly remember playing the beta. I'm like, wow, this game sucks horribly.
Yeah, and I said this already, but a lot of people that came from Halo 5 to Infinite did not like transitioning from Halo 5 to Infinite. Halo 5 is just a more polished game. The game like felt smoother mechanically, it was deeper. Infinite like kind of gutted a lot of what made Halo 5 special. But for those that didn't play Halo 5 and came from other Halos to Infinite, I think the transition was a little better, maybe for them. I don't know. Over time, we've gotten adjusted to Infinite, and I think Infinite has evolved a lot as a game, and I appreciate it a lot more now than maybe we did when it first came out. But I don't know. I don't know if he like legit hates the game. He's just being bound, you know, like he's just making a hot take maybe a little bit. But I think more so what he's saying is he doesn't like the game, but he likes competing. Like the guy obviously loves winning. He loves high-level competition, you know. Whether or not he hates the game and the gameplay himself, you can go ask him. He'll, you know, I can't comment.
Big cock. Okay.
Sucks big cock.
But I've muscled through it. I powered through this shit, bro. I'm tired of this shit. I'm tired of this bullshit.
JK, maybe not JK?
It's not a good game. And I'm like, we need a new one. And I'm not going to sit here and act like I like it anymore.
We do need a new game. But like, what do we do, man? Hashtag save Halo, bro. You're going to sit here and pout and like not do anything? He did say, I think he said he's going to try full-time streaming. He's about to say that. And hopefully that happens. If that happens and Bound is like a dedicated member of the Halo community, he's making content, we're seeing some wild shit that we can react to, or maybe we can play some matchmaking with him, whatever, you know, like that's a W at least. But also, like if he's doing full-time streaming, is he playing Halo? And if he's playing Halo, then why are you not competing? Like, what? I don't get it. Anyway.
Yeah, we do need need one.
Did Roy get tired? Did Ogre 2 get tired? Did JW get tired? You ain't a first ballot Hall of Famer. Verba, look around, brother. Okay? JW's gone, bro. JW saved Halo in 2018 and then 2023. You could have done the same this year.
Saved Halo.
I did the same the next year, though, no? And bro, we act like there's nothing to play, bro.
Yeah. JW's Renegade. Renegade is not in Halo, obviously, but he is like working his ass off in COD. So while he's not around, and Bound's got a point, like the guy's still competing freaking ferociously in COD. So he's not taking a break, that's for sure. Renegade's working harder this year than he might have had to last year. Always enjoyed Halo casually, but love comp COD. Is there any reason to look at Halo competition? I mean, I love competitive Halo. I'm somebody who's like the opposite of you, verbally, where like we were super dedicated last year, watched all the tournaments, like loved the intricacy and the depth and just like the gameplay in Halo. And then I tried to go to COD at the start of the year, and Black Ops 7 is fun to watch. And I think like the popularity of the game, the size of the tournaments, like all that stuff makes it exciting, but like mechanically, like the gunfights, the pacing of it is not as entertaining as Halo is for me. Like the thing with Halo is the shield system and the time to kill creates this like dance in the gunfight where like the more skillful guy wins basically every time. Like even if you get caught off guard, you can kind of like turn and finesse the situation. Or like team play. Team play is like deeper because the fights last longer. So you have to like communicate and time your approaches around your team. Very like, obviously you got to do that in COD too. The skills are there in COD. It's just different, right? Halo has different weapons and equipment, like the grapple, the thrust, the repulse that like really mix up the gameplay and make it exciting to watch, and the game modes like capture the flag, bro. Capture the flag is like a classic Halo staple that doesn't. I guess you have what is it? The new Overload and COD, but there's more game modes in Halo. You got Oddball, you got Strongholds, King of the Hill. There's like that makes it I think really exciting because there's different meta and like strategy behind each game mode, and Slayer, like traditional TDM style game modes work in Halo because of the time to kill, because of the way you fight for the weapons in the sandbox, and like the even start. So I don't know, if you give Halo some time, it might take some time to grow on you, but it's, in my opinion, a deeper, more entertaining game to watch if you give it a chance. Just what sucks is there's nothing happening right now. We're deader than we've ever been right now. We're waiting on a pro league, and Bound's talking about how there's nothing to play, right? And they're playing in front of bathrooms.
Like, bro, you're watching these events from your little TV screen at home. Okay, that's very lonely. Okay, there's no woman or child running around the house, so it's just you and the TV.
We had a good run.
But I'm gonna let you in on some little insight. Those events are horrible. Okay, DreamHack Atlanta, DreamHack Birmingham. These events are dog shit. All right, it literally feels like we're playing in the bathroom.
Yeah,
these shits are not worth my time, bro.
Well, COD is next to us in a large arena with all the attention, you know, and the like legitimacy, professionalism that you'd expect from like a proper esport. You know, Halo's in a back corner behind the content creator section in front of the bathrooms. Like that's literally what we've been experiencing this year. And it's good to have events at all. But yeah, I remember looking at the main broadcast and it says like restrooms over the top of the gaming PCs, right?
It is so beneath me. I'm going to be honest.
Remag was sad, yeah. And we had the VTuber concert as well that was like drowning out the tournament. We couldn't even hear the listen-ins because the VTuber concert was somehow singing louder than the listen-ins. Appreciate my in-depth answer. No problem. I do miss CTF and COD. Yeah, going to have to keep my pulse. Verbally, last year would have been fun for you, bro, because like Formal was competing and Optic and Shopify were playing at like the highest level. I have a video that I'm posting hopefully soon. I already recorded like a little work in progress, but it's like... it's Scrims from Frosty's POV. He plays for Shopify. He's one of the top players, and it has all 4 comms on. So I'm breaking down the gameplay and a listen-in at the same time, and you can maybe get more of a picture of like the team dynamic at a high level. It's entertaining, man. The game is exciting to watch. It just needs events, right? August we got Pro League. Pro League will hopefully make things more entertaining, even though a lot of the talent has left. That's what's frustrating. Is like, a lot of our best players have dipped. Renegade right now is playing COD. Bound is saying he's quitting. Formal's not. Like the whole Optic team disbanded and they're not competing right now. Lucid isn't playing, right? So Shopify, who were the best team last year, are continuing to be the best team to the point where like they don't have good competition. So every time we get to grand finals, I mean, there are talented players to play, don't get me wrong, but like when we get to grand finals, we know the result every time. And until that starts to change and somebody can contest Shopify, it's going to be hard to have fun watching grand finals of any of the tournaments.
I don't mean to sound snobby and all that, but
wait, where was the Bound announcement? Hey, Mikowski, how you doing, bro? He talked about it on his stream, and then Competitive Halo Reddit has this video, and we've been listened to it already earlier. And I guess I'm the only one who's given it more of like an official announcement on top of Competitive Halo Reddit. But Bound he's mentioned this on his stream, and you never know with Bound. Like sometimes I think he's like passionately feels one way, and then give it a month, and like maybe he changes his mind. But the plan right now is for Collect to replace Bound on the BEPS roster. So Kay's going to take his spot, and they'll play in Pro League. So it'll be Collect, Eco Stellar, and Penguin, unless Bound, for whatever reason, changes his mind. But he said he's not competing in anything. He's done with Infinite. He hates the game, apparently.
Like, that shit is...
What's good, Matt? McCaskey, welcome.
Not worth my time, bro. Respectfully. What's the plan if everything's boring? I think I'm just going to pursue streaming.
No problem.
Full time.
Pursue streaming.
I mean, it's always been something I wanted to do. I never thought I'd actually have the chance to just because competing, and then I didn't think Halo would take a break again. Why did you motherfuckers jerk Siri on pause?
So yeah, it's hard to tell like if he's being sarcastic with his tone sometimes, right? But like if he does pursue streaming, then we might see more Bound. Like full-time streaming would be hype. Like the guy's entertaining, so I would take that. Yeah, watching Bound play. His play style is very unique, and his personality he's a wild card of a guy, right? Like, so that could be entertaining, man. If he like actually sticks with it, I can't imagine Bound pursuing streaming and playing ranked and not losing his mind in like a week. So like, I don't know what he plans to do. Is he going to play 8s? Is he going to play money 2s? Like, you know, what's he going to do to actually stream full time? We'll see.
Okay. Herb, I know you're old, but the kids say pause when you say something very suspect like that.
Talking about Sirion.
Why did you motherfuckers jerk Sirion around and waste that motherfucker's time in the beginning of the year? Okay, first of all, Verb. Okay. How could we waste Sirion's time?
Exactly, McCaskey.
I mean, anything we give Sirion would be a learning experience, okay?
Him a learning experience.
Right. Number two, teaming with Sirion was kind of just like whatever. I mean, I don't even know. It was kind of just trolling. It wasn't even like real. And I'm sorry for wasting his time. Oh, yeah.
That shit was not real at all.
I mean, it was semi. No, it wasn't really real. Like, the scrims were pretty trolling and shit. Sirion could be pro one day. I mean, I don't think he's currently a pro level player, but
talking about it not being real, like we did get to listen to their comms during scrims sometimes, and I think Mikowski, you might remember this too. I think LVT had some listen-ins with FaZe versus like Shopify, whether it was scrims or like tournament, where they just didn't sound like, it did sound like kind of fake or something, like where like they were just like kind of muttering shit talk under their breath, like every time they got a kill or like died, where like it just didn't sound like comms of like a team that was like locked in and giving it their all. And obviously they've never been consistent with practice this year, though practice consistency has been kind of like questionable, I think, with the old SSG team as well. But this year has been weird, you know. As far as Sirion, it's difficult for him, right? Because like clearly the guy's got talent, and he almost landed on FaZe. They had such a great opportunity, this team, it seemed like, to join the FaZe roster and to put Sirion like in a position where he could be, you know, the next like phenom level player. But because that didn't happen, and because they didn't even go to Birmingham, he was like kind of tied to that team, and he didn't get an opportunity to play with a different team where maybe he could have flourished, right? So he didn't get to compete in Birmingham. I think he was playing in at DreamHack Atlanta, but it was like a last-minute AM roster, right? So I believe in Sirion's ability. The man's insanely skilled, at least individually. Like in matchmaking, he's clearly head and shoulders above the lobbies that he's playing in. But when it comes to like pro team, like situation, like it's a team game, right? That dynamic of the game, I'm not sure where he's at as a teammate and what he might need to learn there. We'll see, but he's still young. He's got insane potential. So I think just it's a matter of time. But yeah, I don't know. He kind of did get like milked a little bit, Sirion, unfortunately. Hopefully he did learn something valuable.
I mean, he's got potential. You showed me something when you put on that OJ jersey. You showed me the Mad King still lives. Verb.
Thinks he's Julius Caesar?
I don't know how to say this verb without tooting my own horn, stroking my own self. I've been the best player in this game 5 years running, bro.
Best player in the game, 5 years.
I don't know why you thought the Mad King was dead. He lives forever. So I can get on the game. I can search matchmaking. I can.
Frosty said he likes Sirion, however, he will never make top 64. Frosty said that? No way, Dom. Like verbatim? He already, what happened at the DreamHack? I mean, obviously at the DreamHack land, there aren't even 64 teams, right? Like it's just 32 teams in the tournament. But didn't he pull off like some big, you know, relatively large upsets, I guess, versus like, there was Legion. I wonder what Frosty would say about Legion, though, too. And they beat Majin, I think, too. Not checked out, but not all the way checked in. Wait, what are we talking about? I don't know, man. Saying one player will like, that sounds like a hot take. I don't know if Frosty said that, but he's young. There's still time, you know.
Match Jackson Johnson, pull his fucking pants down, shove him in a locker, and give him a wet willy.
Bound being a character.
Everyone watch Comp Halo in 2026 without JW and Bound. Who the fuck must watch Trippy get 4-0 in finals?
Trippy catches strays.
I don't know, Verb. Let me take a poll. Type 1 if you'd rather watch that simulation.
You're a visionary. Sirion's next up. I mean, the guy's got the skill, man. I don't know. We'll see. Yeah, so that's the update, I guess, right? Bound saying he's like done with it. He's over it. It's beneath him, bro. It's beneath him. He's going to pursue streaming full time, apparently. Infinite got a lot of juice squeezed out of it. We're in year 5, which is unheard of for longevity. We call it longevity, but is it longevity or is it just like I don't know, like this is just our circumstances. Like, hey, year 5 isn't a result of Infinite's longevity. It's a result of like them not developing the game, because the game is done now, right? Like there's no competitive season this year. We're just kind of flailing, hoping for the Pro League. Honestly, we're waiting on the Pro League. No problem, Mikowski. And yeah, I saw some people like kind of criticizing Bound. I think like you have to think of Bound as a character. If you think of Bound as like a character in a TV show or like an antagonist in like a movie, you know, anti-hero, like he's an interesting guy, right? Like I feel like we need characters in the Halo community. So like him or hate him, he obviously doesn't give a shit, but it's entertaining. So I'll take it. I think it's a blow to not have him competing. It's definitely a blow, man. We need high caliber talent that have the ability to go toe to toe with Shopify, and Bound and Stellar prove that in twos. Force is obviously very different. There's a lot more teamwork and coordination required. And we haven't seen any team stand up to Shopify, but like if anybody's going to do it, you would think he'd be one of the guys to figure it out. Clearly, even if he was competing, though, it doesn't seem like his head's in it. Like his head, his heart, he's just like not in it this year. So even if he tried to compete, he wouldn't be like trying, truthfully. So I don't know. We're in a rough spot in that regard. Need to run some marathon. Hey, I see you popping off in Destiny, by the way, Bukowski. I just saw like some of your tweets where, yeah, you're nasty at that game, bro. I never played Destiny 2, so I don't know anything about the competitive side of the game and like the trick shots and all that. But I was like, oh shit, your tweets have like 6K likes or some shit. I was like, I don't know. Anyway, you're good at the game though, man. I didn't realize that there was a community like that for Destiny multiplayer. Dude is mad entertaining. Exactly. So let me see what the live stream, the full-time streaming content is. Mac's always been a D2 god. Yeah, I didn't know that. Destiny 1. Wait, Destiny at one point was peak. Oh. What's so Destiny is another Bungie in general is struggling. Didn't they go through massive layoffs recently? Sony may be paying the price because they had a big investment in Destiny that hasn't benefited them.
An FFA.
Chad, I think we've done a pretty good job of touching every topic today, right? From the whole restructuring of Xbox and oh, he stuck him. Oh my god. And Ash's like large but very transparent statement. Bound in his opinions on Halo Infinite and where he's headed.
My bad, teammate. I'm so sorry.
Recently sunset 400 poise. Oh, wait. What does that mean if they sunset D2? Like they've got no more content planned for the game. And do we know if Destiny is continuing to to release games? Oh man, he said it 2 or 3 live streams ago. All right, Dom. Bit of a spicy take out of Frosty there, but I guess more fuel for Sirion to keep grinding, you know, and prove him wrong, prove everybody wrong. Destiny PvP was dog water. No more D2 content and no D3 greenlit. Fun to watch Lucid play Marathon. He makes me want to play. Lucid seems like very perfectly aligned for Marathon right now. It's good to see him doing well. And I think he has that like talent and like solo queue kind of ability that lends well to Marathon's gameplay, if that makes sense. Like he's probably like destroying people in those lobbies. With Halo, because it's so team oriented, if he's solo queuing, it's difficult to like, even though he does stand out, it's difficult to like force a win on your own, right? With Marathon, I'm sure he's like, it's more on his shoulders. He's fun to watch play Marathon. He's loading into trios by himself. Yeah, and then just winning, right? Does trios too, yeah. Yeah, I don't really watch Marathon much, but I feel like his personality and like skill like is well aligned with Marathon. So he found the right game. For now, at least. He better come back to Halo, bro. You better come back to Halo. I gotta grind. Yeah, I think I'm gonna play Halo. 500 viewers on Marathon is nuts. Yeah, especially considering the game is actually like low-key dying, isn't it? I don't know about dying, but like 462 viewers I think is #1 on the platform by a long shot. Bro, what? Oh my god. Wait, this is like Halo. Yo, this is like no better than Halo. 972 viewers are watching Marathon, bro. The game's dead. The fact that Lucid has far and away the bulk of this is like literally when he's playing Halo, except at least he has more viewers than he does on Halo. It's treading water. Holy shit. And the game just came out, bro. Good to see you, Alex. I'm good, man. Actually popped in a Lucid stream the other day and he said he'll be back in Halo eventually, right? In the end of the day, like it's still his love, right? And I think competing, like Marathon is like holding him over until there's something worth competing for in Halo. So I expect that to happen, especially when you look at the state of the, like, bro, now that I see how many people are playing the game, he'll have no choice eventually if they don't find a way to bring, you know, like an audience back to Marathon. What's his YouTube viewership? He's got 400 on YouTube as well. Damn, bro. Damn, bro. Yo, it's rough out here in Halo, man. It's fucking rough out here in Halo. I so deeply miss streaming scrims. Like I knew that we had it good. You know when you're like, you don't realize how good you got it? Because it's like year 4 of Halo. And obviously the game is not super popular, but streaming like Optic versus Shopify and seeing like 300, 400, and then like bro, we had like 1,000. It was crazy on YouTube last year. You know, it's like I knew that like I really need to enjoy the moment while we had it, because all the orgs freaking left, and here we are. Super unfortunate. Game is great, has a core, yeah, but with the drama around D2, it's pushed a lot of would-be players away. Really. So just the perception of like Bungie right now and what happened with Destiny 2, on top of like the stumbles for Marathon in development that didn't really help its identity. Crazy, man. Sad to see this game didn't get glaze like that Arc Raiders did, because it's pretty fun. How's Arc Raiders doing? I heard that Arc Raiders has not really been updating a lot of their game recently or something. Like they're slowing down with the updates. I see that people are playing like Raiders of Sophie or some shit like that, whatever that is. It's like you're in like a big truck in the desert. Sand Raiders. Arc is struggling. Yeah, I think Arc Raiders has slowed down in popularity, and there's like they're missing updates or something. Yeah, Arc Raiders is kind of falling off. That game always had a time limit? Really? The success of Arc Raiders really seemed like it was headed towards like, maybe not like Fortnite levels of success, right? But it was like headed in the best possible direction, especially with Burnt Peanut playing it. He's not retiring, Jen. So the title is like Bound Quits is obviously kind of clickbaity. He's done competing in Halo Infinite. Halo Infinite is like, obviously we're on the way out. I'm hoping that this year is, I don't know, right? Because it's like, when are we going to get the next Halo, right? I hope we get the next Halo multiplayer by the end of 2027 so that we really, you know, can move away from Infinite and start moving on. But Bound is just, he could be acting out in the moment, but we watched and reacted to a video of him saying he's done competing in the game. He's not playing in Halo Fest. He's not playing in Pro League. 50K is a healthy player base. Is that Marathon? Or are you talking about Arc Raiders? Well, like if you think of like if a game is trending downwards, that's not a great sign. If you look, if Arc Raiders was like, because it had hundreds of thousands playing. If it's at 50K right now, that's horrible. He's done for a third time. That's the thing with Bound, right? It's like he took a big break. Like he already tweeted at the end of last year that he was done competing until he wants to again or whatever. Like he had made a tweet like that before, but this was like more of like a hot take, like where like he hates the game and he like just does not want to compete. We'll see though, man. You never know, right? You never know with these guys. Like if he gets the itch and he wants to compete again, he could come back. But for now, Collect will be taking his place. Collect is going to play with Eco, Stellar, and Penguin. That's the update, apparently. Kay confirmed it. I have another video from Collect because we did replay the Bound video. I'll replay this too.
And I'm not competing the rest of Halo Infinite. And I'm not competing the rest of Halo Infinite. That goes for...
Probably going to be there, yeah.
For the Pro League, goes for Halo Fest, bro. I don't care to compete no more in this game. And I think it's best I just sit out.
Collect got banned on Twitch. Yeah, I don't know.
Worth my time.
Is he still banned?
It's me, Eco, Stellar, and Penguin. It's the plan, bro. It's the plan for LVT and Halo Fest. Bond isn't playing anymore. I think Bond's coming to send the next Halo no matter what. I think he just wants to take a break, bro.
Yeah, he's definitely going to keep...
Given from talking to him damn near every day.
He's not retired.
I believe he just wants to take a break.
Collect is a good addition to the team. Is he good enough to, like, you know, make them competitive with Luminon and Shopify? I don't know. One note that I had about Collect was how good he looks when he's surrounded by, like, phenoms like Shopify. When he plays on Shopify as a sub, he plays not only at their level, but sometimes he's like the statistical leader, you know, like he does a lot of good work on that Shopify team when he subs in. So can he look that good with the SSG guys? I don't know. Does Collect have a similar playing style? Sort of. Like he's, you know, he's fast and aggressive and he makes like wild, unpredictable plays and, you know, Yeah, I think it's like a reasonable switch up. But personality-wise, they're very different. You know? Bound's got, like, he's very high energy, Bound. Bound is and also Bound, like, well, he's been super, like, you know, inconsistent with his dedication to the game. Performance-wise, he's been looking real good on the BEPS roster. Like, low-key, I feel like he's been the standout on the team in the tournaments that they did play. Like, back when they played at Atlanta, like, he was playing real nice, at least statistically, right? Like, he had a big impact on bringing that team into top 3. That was the impression I got. It will never be number one. It takes too much skill. Younger generation want easy, brainless gameplay. I mean, have you played Fortnite? What do you mean when you say it takes too much skill? I don't know, Diesel. I feel like a lot of modern games take a lot of skill. Like, whether it's mechanical skill, reaction speed, I don't think it's just about skill. I think one thing about Halo that's like tricky for the streaming audience, like what's popular on the internet, is the pace of the game. Like, there's no slowdown in Halo's pacing. Just a clickbait. Bound is not competing. He's done competing in Infinite, so it's not a clickbait. Infinite, in Halo, when the game starts, you have to be locked the whole way through. There's no, like, you know what I mean? Like, you can't even like read chat. You could, but like, if you want to play competitively really well, it requires like your focus and attention the whole way through. There's no slowdown from start to finish. When you play battle royales, there's like, it builds to a crescendo, and there's like kind of like a story sort of aspect of it where the game is like, the pacing is slower at the beginning, or it can be, right? You're like looting, and then you get into the fights, and there's breaks in between where you're like just, you know, not actively in fights. Or like you play like CS, and there's like rounds. It's a round-based system. So you get a kill, or you die and you wait and you like watch your team, right? So the pacing, I think, with Halo is like very nonstop. And I think that doesn't lend itself well to the streaming like marketplace, right? Because it makes it harder for streamers to like interact with their chat in an entertaining way. Bound does so much. He does do a lot for the team. Like, he creates a lot of opportunities for the teams that he's a part of. He's kind of like low-key. He's a low-key impact player, right? Because people can look at the stats and not think that he's doing much, right? But when you actually watch the game and you see the openings that he creates, he's doing a lot more than BCI, for sure. Because his playstyle is like high aggro. He's extremely hard to kill in lockdown, and he's very unpredictable with like the way that he chows and like plays aggressively. Like, he plays aggressively, but he's like cheeky. He's like, I don't know how to explain it. He doesn't do faded shit in the way that you think he does. He chows aggressively in a slightly awkward way so that you fuck up. Like, he's like really good at off angles, like getting in places that you're not expecting him to be, while being aggressive. The fact that one person leaving ruins an arena shooter game hurts. That hurts too, Eli. That's a good point. Like, one person leaves and the whole game falls apart. It's so predicated on the team. Like, it's hard to be solo player and thrive. You really have to like lean on your teammates and work around them effectively, or else good luck. Yeah. So I think a lot of that stuff, it's like in BR, you can be kind of like a solo guy, jump in, the pacing's different. Like, all of it lends itself well to being a streamer. Not that like the streaming audience dictates the popularity of a game, but it definitely helps. Like, when you look at Marathon and you see like Marathon's viewership in the state that it's in, then I can't imagine that Marathon has the healthiest of player bases if this is what the viewership looks like on Twitch. It's usually a good indication of how successful a game is. So you kind of need a game that can like thrive in that space. Doing it between kills. Yeah, like, and unless you're like Last Shot, like I think somebody like Last Shot is so good at the game that he has like flexibility to sort of talk about whatever and, you know, have fun with it while also dominating and making it stylish and whatnot. But like, not many people are capable of that. Everybody else is like fucking playing their hearts out, you know, trying not to get their ass kicked. At least I am. While I'm also trying to like somehow engage with chat. Here, wait, the end of this had like an acid play, right? Hold on. I want to see that.
Shock.
You're an actual wizard and prophet. In the what? The people who corrupted the gaming industry will all eat shit. Okay, Gordon. You good, bro? Reaper, I'm good, man. How you doing? I don't know. It's nice to yap about something, right? Because I feel like this is I've exhausted the topics at this point. We've talked about this enough, so we're gonna transition to something else soon. But to do something that feels more normal, right? Like I really miss watching scrims because even if we're not breaking down the scrim, it served as like a foundation for conversation for the live stream. Because every day, like when I go live and I just start playing the game, I'm not talking to you guys. It's a very like selfish grind, you know. It's hard to make it an entertaining experience that's not just focused on me, just trying not to, you know, trying to play well. Viewer FFA, I'm down, Eli. I'm done. You sexy motherfucker. We got two sexy or multiple sexy motherfuckers in the chat, actually. I'm good, Juan. How you doing? Why don't I do like viewer 8s or sub 8s? I try to. It's not as stressful as MM, that's true. But also when I'm doing viewer 8s, I'm like actively calming. So I'm only really interacting with the people that are in the 8s lobby, and it's hard to have a conversation with the chat, right? So if I'm playing MM, I'm doing solo queue, then I can talk to the chat. We can like, we don't have to always be hard focused on the game. But if I'm doing 8s, then I have to, you know what I mean? It's harder to be a streamer. Everyone's sexy. That's a good point. We're all sexy in here. Sure, it's been asked plenty of times. Sorry for the spam. Where did Bound announce he was quitting? Just tuned in. On his live stream, it wasn't like an official announcement. It was, here, I should have this copy pasted. That right there. Go watch that. Competitive Halo Reddit did a good job of compiling the clips from his stream where he talks about it. It's not official by any means. It's just him yapping, and we'll see if he sticks with his words. Oil up on stream. I'm going to need at least like 5,000 subs, bro. And then we'll talk about it. Not the same as Arena, but you got Onyx 1500 and Rank Slayer. Let's go, Juan. Right. This is Acid hitting like, I don't know, like Atrocity or some shit. Jaro? I think it's like a Jaro. The quality's not good. Watch him just nail headshots with this. 2, 3. Jaro. Yo, disgusting clip. That was insane. Actually making Vacancy look like a good map. Hold on a second. Why is the quality so bad? Can I fix that? Okay. Wish my shock rifle worked. It just takes skill, War Turtle. Chat, actually, I forgot to talk about it more. War Turtle, you saw that little announcement from Luminon. Myself, War Turtle, and Luminon are putting on a 2v2 tournament. Chat, I haven't like posted about it on Twitter, but Luminon, we've got $2,000 that we pooled together. Is it Murd MVP? Thank you for the follow, brother. Welcome. Or Mr. MVP, maybe. So I dropped 500 US. War Turtle's dropping 500. Shout out to War Turtle. Let's go, bro. and Boyce from Luminon is dropping 500. And then I think Verse, I don't know if it's like an org or something, added 500. So we have a $2,000 prize pool. It's a 2v2 tournament. A Mr. Red MVP. Okay, welcome. I see it now. My bad. 2v2 tournament, $2,000. It'd be nice if we could increase the prize pool even more. Maybe, I don't know if chat or like my community can help. And it would be in July on the 18th. That's what we're shooting for. And I'm hoping Eli can join me and commentate, but no promises. Look like an AI player who ducked for it. Wait, what? FA for the 2v2? Let's freaking go. You Twitch. All right, welcome, Red. Anyway, I'll tweet about it soon. But I'll be commentating, hosting here. I don't know. This is supposed to be combined. I wanted him to combine these graphics together. So this one, Double Down. They're calling it the Double Down Duos, bro. I didn't sign off on the name. It's just the graphic. Oh, it says Luminon X Shyway. Ooh. Double Down Duos? Are we doubling down? I'll try. Scheduling is tight. I think it might fall in a good day. Yeah, based on what you messaged me, it does fall in between. Who's Young Way? Sounds fire. I'm hoping that pros participate. I don't know like what I have to do to get like Last Shot, Cycle, Collect, Frosty, those guys to like come by. How much money do you think like we would need to put down to justify? It's a one-day tournament, right? I don't know, but it'd be nice to have some pros participate. That's the hope. So we got to start talking about it more. Okay. I might have to change the stream title and get rid of what's going to now be clickbait, I guess, right? Because we're going to stop yapping and start playing the game. You like the poster? Thank you, man. Put down double. I need a new title idea, chat. What, viewer games and ranked? All right, thank you guys for joining me for the discussion. Hopefully insightful. And it's good to just yap about something in the Halo community for once. There's been no news. There's been nothing happening, right? But whether, you know, these are L's or W's, I think that the fact that, like, Halo is still an important investment for Microsoft and that Xbox are making the difficult decisions that they need to make to hopefully course correct their business, that could lead to W's down the line. So things look kind of rough right now. But Halo is still kicking. There's still going to be more Halo games. We're still waiting on Pro League. You know, we're going to have to try to find a way to make this month interesting. Yeah, let's go, Barbosa. Better double down. Drip me, daddy. Whoa. Yeah, I'm not sure I want to. I don't know. I just read the comment. I probably shouldn't have read that out loud. I don't know. The bearded man I just showed on screen. Oh, I mean, that's just like an AI picture of me, bro. That's not even like really me. You said Young Way? Is that what you said? This photo is AI. But yeah, I guess I had like more hair here. I don't know. Used to be with you on streams. I mean, give me any form of Halo competition and I'll be right back there with you, bro. I'll be right back with you. Skip it up and down. Is that what you wanted? You got left at the poster? Hey man, we got to put you in the poster now too. But yo, low key though, Wartoto, because they announced it. I did not expect them to. I should have been like a little bit more responsive in the Discord, but they didn't even like, there was no sign off or anything. Like they just put it on Twitter, you know? It was the Luminon Double Down duos, and I'm like, what? I don't know. Not how I had hoped things would be rolled out, but it's always, we could always make changes, and, you know, I got to try to find a way to lean in now and get people excited about it. I don't know. I'm just looking to put on an event regardless of who signs up. Should we just go right into FFA? We can just go right into FFA. But I need to go to the bathroom real quick. I don't need to warm up. I'm going to warm up in the FFA. I'm not going to sit here shoot bots for you guys. I'm going to open the lobby. If anybody's lurking, they want to play some Halo. Just before I hop on ranked, I guess. Lobby's public. Max 8. Discord invite. Just before I hop. I sent a Discord invite, Eli. All right, I'll be back, guys.
Another Discord invite.
You're the difficult one. You're good, bro. All right, I'll be right back. Right, Colorado. Only 5 of us. Chat, you guys trying to jump in an FFA? Everybody here just to lurk. What weapons start you doing? I could warm up. We always do bandit. Always do bandit. We got 2 spots, chat. Oh no. It's open. You follow my in-game comm is on? Really? Follow my gamer tag. The Shyway, and then join off your friends list would be my recommendation. You're right. I'm open. How? Oh, when? I wonder if I've been talking this whole time. Like from yesterday. Thank you, Z-Man. It's a condo, but it's a new building. It's a year old, the building, so pretty happy with it. Such a good teammate. I was probably just like pissed all yesterday. How do you get your shoes? I'm barefoot, bro. What shoes? No, it's just a sliding door, not automatic. This is a den, right? Like it's not like a full bedroom or whatever. It's called a den.
Slayer.
Hey, Honor, it's max 8 players. So we're full up. Full up now.
Earn the most kills to win. Then contact
People
the
joined.
authorities.
Unfortunately, when a spot opens up, you can jump in. I gotta get warmed up. Like I said, I haven't touched the sticks today. I haven't touched the sticks. No stick touching has happened today.
Inbound.
Kill Eli? Thank you. Should have just stayed where I was. The date for the tourney, the 2v2 tourney, is July 18th is the plan.
Expectancy shortened.
I really just miss all that?
Not found.
I was hoping to shoot the nades there. That sucked. You can't join. You can only join if the lobby is in full. So we just filled up the lobby. Oh, it is full now. Oh, shit. Sweet.
Requisition confirmed.
I'll take a trade.
Abundant skill detected. Active camo. Inbound.
I don't know. I shouldn't have activated that. I should have moved. No sweat. I mean, there will be openings between. I'm not playing one game. I'll probably play a couple at least. Like.
Do not exceed noise restrictions.
So when the game ends, usually people quit. Some do. Wow, I nade. What the hell?
S7 sniper inbound. Expectancy shortened. S7 sniper available.
Double kill.
Keeping it simple. Oh, it was a nade, bro. I was like, did I get sniped? Wait, there's a lot of Shyways? Eh? There's only one of me. I should have just... Okay, all good.
Please
Sweet.
remain calm. Translocator available soon.
Double kill.
Oh, the Shyway. The Shyway. Look at my kill feed. Look at the kill feed to see the gamer tag.
Translocator
That's the easiest way.
requisition confirmed.
No, no fanciness with the with the typing in the gamer tag. It's just straight up what it is, what it reads as. Oh no, bro. Okay. Taking a beatdown you like didn't deserve. You know what I mean? Like, just didn't need to get hit there. That sucked. Just keep my distance and hit my shots. Ideally.
Active camo inbound. Active camo available. Bullets successfully delivered. Vital signs not found.
Guess I never reloaded earlier. Shit. Should have nade shot at Eli and then done something else with Sonic there.
Power items order confirmed. Your power items are ready for pickup.
Oh. Winnable.
Syncing maps for translocation. Life expectancy shortened.
Sir EJ, let's go, goat. Thank you for the 7 viewers, brother. Welcome. How you doing? Hope you had a good stream, man.
Please
Oh no,
remain calm.
don't do it, Eli. I don't get the QT off either. You're tired? I hear you, bro. Playing ranked is tiring, that's for sure. Chat. We've been yapping all day about just some updates in Halo, like HCS and Halo, and we're playing FFA now. This is just the first game we got on.
Active camo inbound. Active camo available.
No trade. Ranks reset tomorrow. You're right. This will be the last. So I guess who cares like how it goes, right? Lose, win your games, whatever. This is ranks reset or final opportunity before they reset. Just get a rank grind going.
Please remain calm. Life expectancy shortened. Translocator available for acquisition. Warning. Bullets.
I just eat my own nade there, bro. Take care, man. Hey, thank you, man. Thank you. Take care. Have a good night. Rest of your evening. Have a good one.
Demolition
Sweet.
radius was adequate.
Good luck, Twisted.
That is just good Halo right there.
I see you.
That is just damn good Halo.
My God, 15 months. Welcome back, bro. Thank you for the 15 months. How you doing? See you.
Sniper inbound.
They're literally all around me right now.
S7 sniper available.
Just dying in this wait, FFL. What? You talking about the weather? What are you talking about? Oh, in the FFA. You're in the lobby, yeah? Dying in this FFA. My bad, bro. I didn't even fucking notice. I'm busy dying too.
Life expectancy.
Hey, hitting the movement is one thing. Then you just gotta hit the shots. Tricky. Stuff when you spawn, like, in the angle of somebody.
5 minutes.
Seems to happen a lot in this.
Power equipment on the playing field.
Slides, yeah, that's not a problem. Oh no.
Excellent precision.
Where? Okay. Treyarch taking over? No. I mean, there's a rumor about Activision taking the reins for Halo or something, but I really don't know, bro. It's just a rumor. There's no, like, evidence or anything to support it. That's brutal. 19 assists. Like, how do I not have... See my assist compared to somebody else? Reaper has 19. He knows my pain. I guess Eli's up there too.
Vital signs not found. Power items in transit. Power items arrived. Life expectancy shortened.
No. Brutal, bro. One source or media ran with it? Yeah, just throwing out, like, any sort of, anything that gets the rumor mill going, right? I think the core takeaway, holy shit. Good shit, Curry, I guess. What the hell? Core takeaway is that Xbox is in, or Halo's in such a rough state that they're considering, like, any and all options to fix the state of the game, right?
Precise projectile application.
Getting caught mid-jump when a guy's got a snipe like that. Alright, chat, we just need 14 kills in 2 minutes, or more, I guess, but... Sweet. Okay, that's a good start. Bruh. How do you do the wall kick slide in the pit? You gotta sprint into the wall where it works and then hit jump slide really quickly while sprinting like on a diagonal against the wall. If that makes sense.
Translocator in transit.
Oh, I tried to slide on contact with the floor and I just did nothing.
1 minute remaining.
Life expectancy shortened.
Double kill.
Wind it up nice. Didn't matter.
Remaining.
Really? Really? Alright, whatever, die. Alright, GG's. We're gonna run it again. If people quit, there might be a chance to jump in.
Defeat.
So you just gotta make sure you follow. I mean, it's on the custom browser. It would be on the custom browser now. Or you follow my gamer tag. And then join out the friends list.
Out to seize the enemy. Repulsor obtained.
One of these will hit. Oh, maybe not. No problem, no tape. Still getting warm. Still getting warm, bro. It's a lobby anyone can join if there's a spot available, yeah. Okay.
Active camo available.
I think that's Eli with the OA or camo and the camo repulse. Love that. Start to speed up as we go. Sprint strafe is dirty. Eli's got to calm down. I don't know if I even did the sprint strafe that game, did I? Thank you, bro. Oh my god. Oh my god, that was ugly.
Remain calm.
No. Okay. Okay.
Demolition radius was
Dead.
inadequate. Abundant skill detected. Active camo inbound.
Like what?
Vital signs not found. Active camo available.
Hate getting close kills.
Warning.
Bully him. I'm trying, Sam. I'm trying. I'm currently 4th place. I don't know what I gotta do. I gotta...
S7 sniper inbound.
Fucking plus ultra. He's just brawling with me, bro. Guy doesn't even want to shoot his gun.
S7. Sniper available.
Sucks. I thought repulse might be out. And he still gets stolen. That gets stolen too.
Remain calm.
Jeez, bro.
Signs not found. Translocator is on the way.
Killing spree.
Translocator available for acquisition. Vital signs not found.
I'm up.
Life expectancy. Short.
Just threw like a Randy ass nade. Lock in, Shyway. Lock in. Should be dead.
Killing frenzy.
Active camo. Inbound. Celebratory parades have been scheduled.
Oh, if we don't win, at least we can come away knowing we got a frenzy.
Active camo available.
That's an achievement in itself. Appreciate it, Trainway. Let's go, bro. Good day. Good day to you, Sam. Oh, I love that.
Bullet.
Double kill.
If it's kind of like a skate game, it low-key is, yeah. G-sliding is like skateboard moves, low-key. Some people know the tricks, a lot of people don't. Takes a lot of practice to get it done.
Ready for pickup. Suited for high visibility.
Keep Eli away from that snipe.
Please remain
I'm dead.
calm.
Thank you. And let's go, bro. It's a public lobby, yeah.
Vital signs not found. Bullets successfully delivered.
From behind? Huh. Thought it was out. Bro, Eli's on a different fucking level.
Life expectancy shortened.
I don't know how I'm up. How he missed? He missed on me.
Double kill.
Active camo available. Please remain calm.
It's fucking chaos. There's nades everywhere, bro. Get in the league? All right. Oh, whoa, I can't get in my scope.
Available for acquisition.
No. That sticky repulse is an effective strategy when it works. If it doesn't, it doesn't. It's basically guaranteed death. Okay, like where?
S7 sniper inbound.
Oh my god, bro.
S7 sniper available. Pride and incoming power equipment.
Five minutes remaining.
Halo 3 pub stomp? No, I don't really play Halo 3. I was never very good at it. I mean, I'd probably be better at it now because I play a lot of Halo now. But I've never been a big H3 guy.
Life expectancy shortened.
I should try to play like lobbies that I know will be easier, but I'm always trying to play like the sweatiest thing possible when I play ranked, right? And then when I play 2000 Onyx, I'm always playing the pros. These guys just don't fucking miss. Everybody's got an angle. Everybody's got an angle on me, bro. Mr. Eli with 51 kills. Get me on that POV. Oh, I should have kept shooting. No, bro.
Not found.
How am I alive? Oh my god.
Life expectancy shortened.
What in the chaos?
Items have shipped. Bullets.
I feel like I can kill Eli when I find him, but I don't know how to get kills like he does. Really?
Active camo.
We're just gonna accept that, I guess. FFA in a nutshell. FFA in a nutshell. FFA, I love it. Inject this shit in my veins, baby. I love it. Oh. Yeah, I love it, love it. BR is a 4-shot, yeah. you shoot perfect. Status on that? It's delayed to August, probably.
Life expectancy shortened. Vital signs not found.
Rank reset gonna be a crapshoot. I'm actually looking forward to getting like a little rank reset grind going. Trying to work my way to Onyx 2000 like earned.
Please
Sweet.
remain calm.
Really.
Locator in front of
Camo. Camo on me. Now he has 2 shots.
One minute remaining.
And he hits me with the 2 shots. Long range kills. He said pay a lot of attention to the death cam too.
bullets. Successfully delivered. Bullets.
Oh.
30 seconds remaining.
Bullets. Successfully delivered. Life expectancy.
Hit a repulse.
shortened.
Should have stayed where I was. Eli a dog. Bro, he's so good, man. I don't get it. But, like, okay, when I'm 1v1ing him, though, I swear, man.
Power item.
I won more 1v1s in this. He might be able to attest. But he's killing everything.
Defeat.
I don't know. I can't figure out the formula.
Slain.
No. Like when we meet each other in the FFA, like if we happen to both have like full shields, or maybe we don't, you know, sometimes it's just like a cleanup. But we've been like bumping into each other more than a few times.
Out to seize the enemy.
Wow. Somebody spawns there. It's probably the guy that left, though. Just went up in the nest immediately. Have to pivot faster. I get locked into solo battles. Okay.
Active camo. Inbound.
Oh no.
Please.
Kind of baited me with that Barbosa. Good shit.
Double kill.
Active camo available. Celebration.
Like there, I thought I guaranteed him, right? I shot him at what looked like the side of the head, and then I changed my mind because, you know, he should be dead, but he's not dead. Okay, I'm just dead. Let's go, Shock. All right, GG's, man. What's the deal with Bound? He stopped competing, or he's not competing in Infinite anymore, apparently.
Remain calm.
Like, that fight is pointless from that range, right?
Alert. Translocator. Available soon. Vital signs. Not found.
Oh, no.
Translocator.
Where, bro?
available
What?
for acquisition. Big skill. Detected.
Shit. Chow me. He's gonna take them both now. Gotta peek him or something.
Active camo available. Vital signs not found.
Kill. Triple kill.
That is just good Halo right there. That is just damn good Halo. My God.
Sniper inbound.
No way. Way too early. Tetrafy, let's go, bro. Thank you for 3 months. Welcome back, brother. It's a free lobby. You should be able to just join it.
Sniper available.
Oh my! Even that gets stolen. He's inviting Tetrafy. Unbelievable.
Spike grenades acquired.
I gotta earn it, bro. I gotta earn it. Gotta be quicker.
Successfully delivered.
No scope.
Galactic holiday.
Warning. No scope.
Ah, fuck. Somehow his beatdown hit me there too.
Double kill.
Shit. Oh, we're in the top. For now. Let's go.
Alert. Translocator available soon.
Seems to get it. Oh my God.
Locator requisition.
Where's the sniper?
Confirmed. S7 sniper prepared for deployment. Please
I'm dead.
remain
Fuck.
calm.
Custom games browser, you can join from there too, yeah.
Bullets. Active camo. Inbound.
Oh. Okay, sure. I'll take it.
Active camo obtained.
Need to make sure Eli dies.
Shortened.
Double kill.
Bullets. Please remain calm.
No way, he's gonna get cleaned up.
Power items in transit.
Killing spree.
I'm dead now.
Your power items are ready for pickup. Precise projectile application.
Oh no.
Suited for high visibility.
Goober, he's on FFA champion. There's a few. Like Last Shot's been a FFA champion. Shit. You got out, Barbosa? GG, bro. There might be an issue joining the lobby or something because people are leaving and they're not nobody joining.
Please remain calm. Active camo. Inbound.
I'm dead. Ah, bro, the panic. The panic is real. I like bump a little wall and then I freak out.
Do not exceed noise restrictions. Alert. Translocator available soon.
Oh, fuck. Way too much jumping. Way too much. If I just stay grounded, it's easy. Bobby says closed. It shouldn't be. All right, well, I'll end it in a bit. Maybe I should end it now, honestly. Somebody just joined. Noble literally just joined. So, all right, we'll just get it back to 8. Hella cracked. AGG. EAC. The lobby has EAC. Wait, can people join now? How we get an easy anti-cheat in 2026, bro? It's IC8. Yo, I got easy anti-cheat. What's the strat for getting rid of this? If I promote Eli to leader, does he have the ability? Eli, you're leader now. No Tetra? Oh shit. My bad. I didn't know we were trying to coordinate that. You couldn't get in because of EAC. I mean, how should I do it? Anybody want to valiantly volunteer as tribute so Tetra can hop in? Same issue, remake. Okay, I'm gonna remake a lobby and then just same strat. You gotta jump in. One of you might not make it. So just get ready to jump in the lobby when I open it up, okay? 3, 2, 1, go. Join. Eli didn't get in. Get right, because he has to get invited, doesn't he? He sent me a disc join request. Okay, no, I want Eli in here though. I'm sorry, chat. Okay, I'm gonna remake it one more time, just so I don't have to boot somebody specifically. I'm gonna remake it one more time, and then I'm gonna get Eli in. My bad. Too sick joined off a friends list. That's you could do that too. If it's like, or maybe that works. I don't know. I sent an invite on Discord, Eli. Okay, now you just gotta jump in quick. This is gonna be a sweatier one, isn't it? My bad if you didn't make it. Hopefully there's another chance. This should be a sweatier FFA. Halo HQ's in here? Nice. Oh yeah.
Slayer.
I realize I do have to get off at like 8:45 Eastern, guys, so I can't play too much longer. Didn't even notice the time. Whoa. Yeah, you gotta watch out for Pauly though. He wins these. People left already, or they got disconnected. You got booted. I don't know the spots now, apparently.
Active camo. Inbound.
Unbelievable. Alright, whatever. It should be open. Yeah.
Active camo acquired.
Double kill.
Extreme distance calculated.
Double kill.
Tried to do too much.
Perfect.
Interesting song we got here.
Life expectancy shortened.
Fuck. Running FFA. Had you fired up? Let's go. It's the only thing I could do. I think.
Translocator located. Vital signs not found.
Fuck.
Active camo inbound.
Okay.
Attach rate is growing.
Kind of a
Active camo
kamikaze, I guess.
available.
Oh. A reticle gets thrown like way too far off course in long range, bro. I gotta be tighter. That's the thing, is like I feel like there's a latency sometimes, and that's
S7 sniper.
what has me like overdoing it.
Not found.
Pros paid for their skins? Pros are paid indirectly through the org. Orgs are paid for the skins, and then pros make some money based off of the org's salary and whatnot. No problem, chef. I gotta be so quick, man. Everything feels just like delayed and floaty, you know? I'm caught on angles longer than I should be. Nice shots.
Alert. Translocator available soon.
Yep. Fuck, it was going so good in the beginning too. Okay. They're jumping, bro. They're jumping. I'm stuck at 11.
Active camo inbound. Life expectancy shortened.
You got it, Ewok. I don't know. Yeah, it's like input latency. It's just so weird, bro. Game feels sluggish. How does he spawn there? crazy.
Warning. Bullets. Please collect your power item. Remain calm. Life expectancy. Short.
Bro.
Please remain calm. Active camo. Inbound. Active camo available. Alert. Translocator available.
Double kill.
Translocator available for acquisition.
What's the deal with Bound? He said he's not competing anymore. He's tired of it. Really doesn't like the game.
Killing spree.
Exclamatory excitement.
Jeez, there's just no safety.
S7 sniper available.
Okay.
Kill. Triple kill.
Just need more moments like that, bro, please. Just gotta be in the right place at the right time. Trailer. The hell? What the hell? That was a fucking onslaught.
Remaining.
God, this is so luck-based. I just feel so lucky. I don't know how I'm supposed to live. Oh, man.
Double kill.
competitive Halo Reddit or back in my live stream earlier. Is my stream title still saying that? It can't be, right? It should just say like viewer games and rank. That kills me. That's absurd.
Vital signs. Not found. Power item tab shipped.
Shouldn't have done that. Thank you, Chef. Should be right. Shit, I had no idea where he went.
Active camo available.
Okay, bro. That's why I gotta be checking the death cams.
Signs. Not found.
That's crazy. Thank you, Baseline. Welcome, bro. Appreciate it.
Pride and adoration. Locator is on the way.
Okay. What's up, Ironic? How you doing? Welcome.
1 minute remaining.
Please remain calm.
Outside of Slayer. Yeah, I mean, Arena is more fun. As a playlist, it's way more fun than Slayer, I think.
Remaining.
I'm gonna try one more, chat. One more. Wish my game didn't feel like super delayed though.
Seconds. Power item order confirmed.
What? What?
Defeat.
All right, one more time. Tell me I'm not getting these kills.
Slayer.
Top 4 advanced? Did I even make it? I don't even know if I made it. I mean, it's like, it's ruthless. This shit is ruthless. He like gets 2 free kills. Just for being in the right place.
Active camo. Inbound.
Oh my god.
Active camo available. Please remain quiet. Bullets.
Fuck.
Double kill. Killing spree.
Bullets. Successfully delivered.
It's free to join. Anybody can join. It's open, but it's full. It's an eight player max. Just hard committed. I should have peeked them longer. Gonna do it. Do it.
Active camo available.
Yep. Ranks reset tomorrow. That's correct.
S7 sniper inbound. S7 sniper available.
I can't be indecisive. I just gotta go. There's no point in waiting for anything. Holy shit, bro. I'm gonna be freaking dialed. He went down.
Translocator requisition confirmed.
Missing something?
Life expectancy shortened.
That is just good Halo right there. That is just
Damn good Halo. Let's go, Noctis. Welcome back, bro. How you doing, Noctis? Appreciate you, man. It's been a while.
Bullets. Active camo inbound. Active camo available. Life expectancy shortened. Successfully delivered.
I was thinking about dropping and then not trying to make it a 28 lobby. Fuck no. 8 is already chaotic.
Our items in transit. Your power items are ready for pickup.
World 2 settings? Is that what he does? It's actually crazy. I didn't know that. Thought that might be like too crazy. Hard to like go on a tear. Bad movement. I shouldn't have been looking there. Still manages to go crazy? I bet he does. Really? You're telling me he's not even a bullet of damage in? Not even a bullet. Bro, everything about that was bad. Helps you dial in the sensor on? Just having players everywhere, yeah? Maybe. I feel like it doesn't even matter. Like, my game aim feels different no matter what day I get on to play. Like, 477 feels different every fucking day for some reason. I've got, like, input latency right now somehow. It's just a viewer custom FFA? It's both. Bro, I gotta pay more attention to the death cam. I'm not at all. That sucks. What's going on with Bounty? He said he's not playing or competing in Halo Infinite. Bro said he was done.
Skill detected. S7 sniper inbound. S7 sniper available.
Double kill.
Galactic
okay.
holiday.
Okay.
Spike obtained.
Oh. No. Oh. Oh no. Okay.
No scope.
Just like falling off of shit. Looks like I did a sprint strafe? Probably. I do that.
S7 sniper prepared for deployment.
5 minutes remaining.
Our equipment has spawned.
Sniper. Fuck, bro. I deserve it.
Double kill.
Please remain calm.
Or the shirtless streams. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Gonna call him out like that? I guess I'm dead. Bruh. So ridiculous. Just get like these random stints where nothing I do leads to a kill, you know? You just gotta like not let it get to you somehow.
Vital signs not found. Successfully delivered. Please remain calm. Alert. Translocator available soon.
Chaos. Almost got him.
1 minute remaining.
Okay. Top and back tower.
Translocator acquired.
What nades did I just throw, bro? Eli's working his ass off right now to get back into top 3. I'm dead. Struggle, bro.
10 seconds.
Power items have.
Nice play. Got shut down in the last minute. Missed the FFA? Yeah. What time is it? Alright, chat. We didn't really get a chance to play rank because I have to get off for 8:30. One more? I mean, it's 8:26 right now, bro. I think I'm going to hop up. Hey, see you. No problem, man. GG's. FFA can be a bit of a pain. It's such a mental battle behind having like a period where you're doing poorly and then bouncing back, you know? Eli, you not live, bro? Yo, we had a good chat today. Ultimately, I think it was a productive stream. I appreciate all you guys hanging out today. Had some subs, some gifted. That means a lot. And I feel like the chat was discussion was productive for the most part. These guys are broken. They're broken. They're unkillable. I appreciate all you. I don't see many people I want to raid. Unfortunately. I think I'm just going to send you over to Stress and just add to the just pure Twitch domination he's dealing right now. Can't let it get to you. Hey, it's all part of the grind. Oh, Mailman probably would have been a good shot. Next time, I guess. I can cancel a raid Mailman if you guys want me to do it. I can do that. I can do it. He's at 2,500 Onyx. As RNG as FFA feels, Goober and Last Shot are proof that there's a skill gap. 100% there's a skill gap for sure. There are definitely periods of random like BS though. I think that's also true. Have yourself a damn good one. Yeah, that goes for all you. Especially you, Noctis. All right. No, actually, though, have a good rest of your evening, guys. I appreciate y'all. 75 over to Mailman. If you don't know him, he's on M&K. He's very nasty at the game. He might be on controller, right? Oh, no, he's on M&K right now. What am I saying? Yeah, 2,500 Onyx. One of the higher level M&K players still actively grinding. So give him some love.
Damn. Yo, Shyway. Invite after this? Hell yeah, bro. Yo, big